Hey, welcome back to the Metro Ball Grid. My name is Andre. How you doing? That was actually the end of the soundtrack? Really? Oh, fucking nailed it. Holy shit, perfect timing. How's everyone doing today? It is May 7th. It's a Thursday evening. It is darker out than I think it should be at 8:50. No, that seems reasonable. Not until it's summer. How you doing? Welcome. Yo, Chris, my Thursday ritual, watching Netrunner while making dinner. Tonight is chicken fried rice. Also had a nice pre-dinner cocktail, ladies' sweet room tea. Sorry, ladies' room sweet tea. It's ladies' sweet room. Bourbon, sweet vermouth, black tea, lemon, and mint. Super yummy. That sounds really nice. That sounds like a perfect summer drink. Yo, Parallel as well. What's up? Hey, Andre. Hey, Chad. How's it going? Here. I hope you're doing well. Just to ensure that we can continue doing well, I'm just going to mute the microphone because I said because I'm going to touch it because I need to reposition. You didn't unmute. You fucking hell. That's okay. I said nothing important. I'm doing good, Andrew. How's it going? Not bad. How are you doing? Thanks, Parallel. Been spending a lot of time in this chair, is what I've said. Been pretty busy at work, which is done here now. We work from home almost exclusively. But we're going to be doing some deck building tonight. We're going to be playing the deck list of the week, even though we did play this on Thursday. Yo, happy checks notes Thursday. Yo, what up, Baza? Also, Apathy, how you doing? How's it going? It's not bad. Thank you, Parallel. That's a cool emote. First thing, note of business, that on Tuesday we had our GNK. We had like 15 players, which is pretty good. We had a lot of players that I recognize from these chats, from comment sections, like people who are fans of this content. Unfortunately, we got about half a round into the GNK. That night, specifically, Jinteki.net, they pushed an update and it was really not working well. So literally at 7 o'clock, right when our tournament started, they did another update. I think they reverted it, but it wasn't going well. We were crashing and dropping consistently. So we decided to postpone the tournament. It's going to be this upcoming Tuesday. So once again, if you want to get in on that tournament, is organized play starting at 7, registration 6:45, games at 7. It's 3 rounds. You can drop in. There's a Discord link just to get in, and it's free. It's not real prize support, but it's organized play. If you can make it on a Tuesday night, it'd be good. We saw people also from across the pond that were playing at late at night, which is pretty wild. I was hoping to join, but the day did not go well for me, so I'm okay with it being pushed out. Hopefully we'll make rescheduled date. Hell yeah. Hopefully that day didn't go too poorly for you. Tuesday wasn't great for JNet. Yeah, it was miserable. It was really, really bad. Great. It's good they're working on stuff. I'm not upset about it, but yeah, it was okay. I got an evening and just hung out. It was not too bad. All right, this is the deck list of the week. This is double the woo, double the fun. This is actually Pink's deck. It's a 90 card woo deck, which is something I find really, really fun. I like playing big, large, oversized decks. I think it's just kind of a fun format, if you want to call it that. I know there was a tournament recent about making the biggest legal deck, which is a bit more buck wild than this. I think this deck can be at least somewhat consistent, and a big part of that is the Cabinessa Woo ability, which lets you search your deck pretty aggressively to find something. And that's kind of the big deal, that why max 112 card max works, is that while your card draw is good, there's enough redundancy that you can always find an answer to a solution. And Shaper's really good at that too. In fact, Criminal's not the worst at it anymore either. But the idea is that we have a Stealth Rig, which is really good and efficient once you get it up, but otherwise we have 3 Oilers and 3 Gausses, so we can pull those down for a credit and a click using Cabinessa's ability and get some really good accesses in. Deus Ex was really clutch on Sunday when we played this, not only for dealing with big ice, but also dealing with traps. And we have other cards like Equivocation. I think the biggest problem I have with this deck right now is the multi-axis. You can't really tutor for the turning wheel, and we have no HQ pressure, so you're relying on Equivocation. And the issue with Equivocation is that sometimes it can actually help your opponent more than it can help you. We did have the pleasure of playing against Pink while we were playing a Corp deck while they were playing this deck on Sunday as well, so that was really cool. But otherwise, I'm actually surprisingly into this. You have abilities to do things. It has a high, I think there's like a high skill ceiling with this, as much as it does seem kind of random. But I think understanding when to pull and what kind of pressure and how your economy works takes some effort. And understanding what's in your deck is obviously really important, which can be tricky when there's that many programs. Jessica, how's it going? Welcome. How you doing? How's your week been? Cool. I don't think we need to pull this in because it's already should be in JNet. And I've been told JNet's working a bit better than it was a couple days ago. So hopefully we should have no issues. 22 games, that kind of proves the point. We're going to play maybe 1 or 2 games with this. And then from there, we're going to be building a runner. There's an interaction I want to try, which seems kind of like a fun interaction. And I haven't really seen it done so far. So it'll be fun. Yo, Thanos, what up? Hello. Hey, just talking about interactions. I want to try the rejig combo. I saw a bit of your message that you were playing Fem and Adam with, I'm assuming, the console. I want to try that in Sunny, I think. I'm worried about that. Is that any of that stuff just better than, or worse than playing credit kiting? Yo, Paint Canal, how's it going? Hey, how you doing? Jessica says, it feels like a month since I saw your stream, which was Sunday. Things are very good and very bad, and there's no in between ever. Oh, shit. Hopefully things are okay. No in between? In between's really nice. In between is incredibly underrated sometimes. Sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, security plus emergent plus fem. Yeah, that's the idea. It seems okay. There's a lot of private games on right now. Oh, there we go. Verboosts. Cool. We got a game. Thank you. Of course. HB, Architects of Tomorrow. So that's an interesting identity. They're also playing a 47 card list of 47. Usually people play 49. It's kind of like this unspoken rule that if you have a 45 card deck minimum on the corp, you should play 49. And the basic idea is that it has technically a lower agenda density per card, which is something classically people have always decided is really important. Now they're not exactly respecting that, so they could add 2 more cards into their deck without adding more agendas, but sometimes you want to dry your agendas, so I see there's a reason why you wouldn't want that. They mulligan, which is good. Now a lot of times they are kind of slow to set up. Giving them a piece in our time can be bad. A lot of HB decks have garbage economy, so giving them piece money doesn't seem amazing. I'd rather mulligan for like a pawn shop or something. I don't need the Deus Ex or Misdirection or Interdiction. Interdiction's not that bad. We'll mulligan that. Yeah, there you go. There's a pawn shop. That's good enough. This could be an Embolus deck, watch out. Yeah, it could be. I think that's the problem. So this is, if you haven't seen it, Architects of Tomorrow, which has one of the strongest economic abilities attached to it. If we pass a Biroid Ice, they can res another Biroid, lowering its res cost by 4. Now, Biroids are mostly ice, not entirely. There are some assets and upgrades. But the big thing is that if we don't run, they don't get value. So they have to recommend or encourage, not recommend, they really need to encourage us to run. Oh, thank you, you too. So there's a lot of ways to do it. I've seen daily quests, which I think is comparable to an Adonis campaign, at least for the influence. Embolus could be strong. I think we can set up here. Now we can always pawn or Misdirection. I don't think we're going to need it for anything else. It's nice to spec work it, but we can play Armitage. We can play Aesops and then probably just get down to Misdirection. We could probably just draw once. Got the piece again. Okay. Get ready for an offer you may or may not refuse. It's a fun card. I wonder if we can refuse it. If they're playing an offer, I imagine they have to be playing only 3-pointers. Unfortunately, there is some like... Okay, they have IPO. So they did credit IPO. So that's one of the downsides of not running. Now at this point, I think we can give them peace in our time money. So we can't run this turn. I hit that before take clicks, which is wrong. We have Stim Hack. We can draw once. Our cards are not loading their art. That's a bit scary. Is that normal? We have 15 credits, which should be enough with our breakers. Now, Biroids largely are undercosted, but you can always just click through them. So there's a bit of a balance here. The question is server 1 agenda, oh, there they loaded, or anything, literally anything else. So the worst face check here is tier, right? Tier can be pretty bad. I don't know what the cost is to get through tier with nanotech, but I imagine we just want to build up our stealth suite as soon as possible, considering that's the most efficient way for us to deal with ice, and they're going to have a lot of expensive ice to get through, so I feel like that's a good place to get to. Dirty Laundering Archives is like fine. It's not exciting. We could always like Euler run it. We can't pull Palangi with our ability because you can't pull a virus. Getting Rozeki down would also be pretty sweet. I don't think we get anything that like powers off Dirty Laundry besides Net Mercur, which is kind of also hard for us to set up. So I think we can put a nanotech for safety. We'll probably end up pawning this once we get down our Stealth Breaker and the support. And then we can just probably just like Dirty Laundry Archives. It's in theory like There's probably better ways to get value from this. I don't think we need to keep this as like a surprise share gamble. We also do have stim hack, which is sometimes a better surprise. It looks like they didn't res anything in server 1, so it also easily could be brain taping warehouse, which is really strong, and or ash, another thing that can res for free. I don't play against a lot of architects, so it's gonna be hard to make like really compelling calls. I don't actually know what the Byroid suite is worth running. I reckon there's Fairchild 3s, 2s, Eli's, Ravana's is really good. That's all that comes to mind, really. The sentries get a bit dodgy, but I think they are actually like really good. Simul chip is nice. Gauss is good, so we can always strap down 2 breakers and go. Fortunately, we're not pawning anything, and we're not aggressing, which we probably should be doing a bit more considering, well, we're pretty good at it. The issue is that as soon as we do that, they get their value. Kamali can be good. Yeah, there's a couple of like really good sentries, right? Like Kamali's not bad. I think Z 2.0 is pretty good. And they're just going to ice up. As soon as they advance something, we're more interested in running. Yeah, we could run this, especially for 4 discount. It's a better surprise. Yeah, that's kind of the issue with this ability, is a lot of the like surprise face checks are not going to happen too compellingly. Here, I imagine we can just put down an Oiler and run. I'm not scared of any of the barriers. We need to make sure that we have money for Ash. But at least if they spend money resing stuff, we might be in an okay spot. We can always consider stim hacking it back. Yeah, we'll run this. Z 2.0 is good. Where's the other one? There's another mid-range. The one that says like brain damage and you can't use programs or whatever. My partner res the Sherlock against me today. Sherlock 2.0 is fun. I ran into Sherlock 2.0 a fair bit at like, was it Worlds or Nationals? I think it was at Nationals. There's a guy, a nice dude from Michigan who was playing it in a huge, just huge sentries in HB. It was such a huge surprise. There's Fairchild 3, which we get through for only 3 credits this turn, which is really good for us. They'll get their 4 credit value, so we'll see what they res here. They could get a free Ichi, which is okay. Yeah, there, it's just an Ash, so this makes sense. So we can just stim hack this back. Vikram, that's it. Thank you. Can we get 1 zoomer big on cards? Yeah, I think that's a good call, actually. So this is interesting, too, because now they're probably going to spend money. We could either spend... So it's either spend 3 here or run back, which costs us 3. So I think we always spend 3 here. We already have a link, so it's not that bad. We'll access the top card first. It's a CFC, which is always an underwhelming agenda. And I'm glad that they res the Ash free and not an Ice, but it keeps a bit of the surprise. So next turn we can pawn the Oiler, and as long as we want to run again, because then we can install it for free. We probably just draw once and do Armitage. I feel like we have enough like pressure in hand that we can just sit back in Armitage and just like run the remote over and over again. I don't know why Art is not loading. This is an agenda that's a 4-2 win score to gain 2 credits for every res Byroid. So if we didn't even run anything, they would have got so little money from this. So the big question here, is this an NGO or this is an agenda? We can pawn and just stim hack this. We have to watch out. Not much. Eat the Oiler for money, install a new one? Yeah, I think so. Oh, like just Cabo out one? Yeah, we could Cabo out one and stim hack. We could also Cabo out the Gauss and stim hack. It's the only bad thing here are barriers, or if this is an NGO front. Which, that's why you play Interdiction. It's so nice. Yeah, I think you're right, though. We always Cabo one out. We've been trying to recycle stuff a bit too much. So we'll Cabo out, what's it called? Oiler. We'll Cabo out Gauss. And then we'll stim hack this just to make sure we have 1 click left if we need to steal, what's it called? Ikawa project. There's a code gate. So now this actually has relevant subroutines. This is another one that we break for 2-3 credits. So this should be a free run. They're going to get another free res, which is really good. They're really confident putting it out there. Yeah, they were. They really were. But like not a lot of people get through Fairchild for 2 credits plus 3 to break. Like there's another Fairchild on HQ. So now the cool thing here is after we run this, if we have another click left, we can just run R&D. Right? It's an SSL. Okay. So now they're going to have money. With 3 credits, there's not a lot of ice they can res. The only Byros they can res are Eli or Ravana. So we could just go R&D for a single here. And we're up on game point. It's an Eli. Okay, cool. So those get removed from the game. It's okay. We have 1 in hand and 1 in the heap. We used our only stim hack. And next turn we can always panic. Like we can always panic and pawn whatever. And we no longer really have to run the remote like that consistently. because they're at 0 agenda points and we're on game point. And now we can just set up and make sure we contest the remote over and over again. Like, they're doing nothing particularly weird or unfair besides Ash, which I wouldn't even call unfair. So at this point, we can just continue to set up. So we'll draw up. This is good. We'll just use this for card draw and a bit of money at the same time. Daily cast is good. It's money, and then eventually we pawn it. And those are just kind of things we want. We just want to keep our economy going, but hopefully not in a click-intensive way. Like, I don't love clicking Armitage here when we should be building our board state to some extent to try and get our stealth pieces out. But I think we're going to... We probably don't have to. Maybe we can just draw once and then install casts. Oh, we have brain damage, of course. Unlikely we need a second nanotech. Ideally, we get our after image down so we deal with some of their bigger sentries. And now they're going to make good money, right? Because they get 9 off of the SSL. So they can largely go ahead and score this if they install advance. They're not install advancing, which means this is the CFC. They gain like what, 3 credits? Oh, 6 credits. That's fine. If they don't install advance, we really could consider running this. It's also totally irrelevant. Like, we can just click through some of their buy rates. Oh, they didn't scroll. And they install another piece of ice. So like, if this is an NGO, it's not particularly good. And we always could run into the first ice. So we knew they drew in the Eli. There's either an Eli here or an Eli there. So we can always just like pull our last Oiler and run. Then we'll only have 1 Oiler left, which feels bad. I feel like if they have this and they score it into 4-2, so they go down to 3 credits, they gain 6 or at 9, plus this is 3. This is very likely an agenda that we can just win off of. Yeah, I'll bite. If it's single advance it, it's good. Or run. Worst comes to worst, if this is a barrier, we can always get rid of our nanotech to bring in a Gauss. Or we can always just click through this. Again, that's a problem with barriers, right? Or with Biroids. We clicked through it. We did it the wrong timing window. So there is FC3. It's a problem because all our Oilers out. We can't steal, what's it called? Yeah, there you go, good game. Just jamming behind ice sometimes won't do it, especially when we have the ability to pull the programs we need from our deck. Now, a lot of times you don't have to pawn the Oiler, you can just use it, but then this becomes prohibitively expensive. I think I have, ooh, that's rough. And apparently their hand is just agenda, so they want to jam, right? We could have let them get that agenda for sure. I think CFC is a bit worse because they get their money back, but whatever. We can just call that over and over again. We can always click through it, big guys. If you double advanced it, I don't think I would have ran because the NGO threat is real. Thanks for the game, eh? Yeah, if they double advanced that, we actually would have been much less likely to run. And they didn't have to discard a card there. Like, they didn't need to get this FC down. Maybe they wanted to get it down to ensure that there's something they could res. But if they did install advance. The chance of it being an NGO is a lot higher than install single. So, yeah, maybe they didn't need to do that. All right, let's get another one in. The Armitages were a bit slow. We could have actually pawned it there last turn, but we didn't know it was last turn. All right, 4 Bs. All right, sports. Sportsmetal can be so many different things. There's combo Sportsmetal that's really hard to disrupt. The ones that do off like, what's it called? I never know the name of this card. Calibration testing and Aurela Salvatore and all. There's the more horizontal-esque ones that are running peak efficiency. That's not what the card is called. I never remember the name of that one. Chat, you're gonna have to help me out. And there's also just like good old Sportsmetal. We were playing Sportsmetal on Sunday as well. They mulligan. We can definitely mulligan. Anacam early is not bad. We can support it with the Deuces Wild, which is pretty good. But the Freedom is early. The Spec Work early is not amazing. We'll mulligan this. Actually, Spec Work is fine in the early hand. We got most of that hand back. Because you can always just pull a card from your deck that installs for 0 and then Spec Work it, which is 2 clicks for 3 cards and 2 credits. Or 2 cards, 3 credits. Fully operational, thanks. Thank you, that's it. Would love to watch more, but I'm at work. We'll catch this after upload. Have a good one. Hey, Shay, take care. Thanks for dropping by. I love that card because it supports that middle of the road archetype of single ice servers. Yeah, it does support an archetype that It isn't too well reported. Besides, like, what was it? That gain 1 credit for every remote you have, which, you know, even acid-based decks got rid of that card somewhat quickly. They mulligan, which is good. I haven't been writing this enough. Best of luck, have fun. So we're just going to diesel and try and set up. They're not doing anything that quickly. We have Beth, which is really good. Nothing really to mod it down. We want to mod it something that's like really bad on tempo. If we mod it down our console, it's the best, but like Cyberdelia, anything like that is good. We can just get an access. There's a chance that this will give him 2 credits or 2 cards, which would be good, but at least then we get an agendas and we can find out something about the deck. It's a home tranquility grid. Okay, that largely means 1 super server, but not largely Jinja. This also, I think, means it's a combo deck. This works really well with the calibration testing and all that sort of stuff. It gives you money for that. It's only first time a turn. It's kind of really clumsy, that card. So here, there's not too much we can do. It's either we draw 1 and hope for a modded target, which seems kind of dicey, or we can just install Beth and credit. We can always draw and throw something out as well. We probably should have done this in the other order. Yeah, okay. So things we can throw out. Chameleon. It's a card you can play. What does this get through? They're running, like, a lot of times it's the 6 strength code gate, which we can Euler that. The one that unreses 6. Hagen. Yeah, I don't think we need that card. Jackiness, what's up? Happy Thursday. More 90 woo. Yeah. How you doing? Welcome. So they just drew Tranquility Grid. They're drawing up more. It does look like they're a combo deck, and a lot of times that deck doesn't run too much ice anyways. So Central's pressure can be kind of not the best, because a lot of times the more agendas you steal, the harder, the stronger they are at comboing. And I imagine that's Tranquility, which is pretty expensive for us to deal with. At least we'll get a credit here off the top. Beth, we'll draw 2. Game 3, we have Rejig. That's another card you can play. I don't know whether we trash Tranquility. I feel like we could probably. We probably just modded a Rizeki down and trash Tranquil, no? It also could just be a nice Rashida bluff. But if we trash this, it ensures they don't get value and they can't pop off, which... Oh, it's only 4. I thought it was more than that. Might be good to grab Equivocation and then spec work it. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, we probably just grab something that's shitty and then do this. It's 2 clicks for 2 cards, but you get 3 credits, so it's like a clickless easy mark within it. And then it thins your deck so you don't draw Misdirection, which is pretty reasonable. It's not a very good card in the matchup. Assuming it's not a hard-hitting news deck. And I think a big thing is we want to just keep our economy up, because I imagine this is going to happen a lot. We have to trash team sponsorships, make sure they don't have money to combo, stuff like that. So yeah, I like that play. So we'll pull out something that's cheap that we don't need. So we'll pull Misdirection out. We'll spec work it. We have a Penrose, which is cool. We can always go check what this is, and then last click, Armitage. Yeah, so hey, that's the kind of deck this is. I think we just trash everything on site, and hopefully we hold on with enough money. Like, if they don't ice up anything, all we do is like Armitage and trash. Took me a bunch of games against this archetype to realize that Tranquility is a must trash, along with a lot of other must trashes. I actually haven't played enough against this archetype. Any help would be really good. Like, do we run this? What is this? It looks like an NGO. I don't think this deck has slots for NGO. They're just giving us an agenda, right? Like, this is the 3-1. Do you steal this? Fuck it, I'll find out. Yeah, it's an NGO. That's fine. We'll draw once. It's a Palangi. That's good. They probably have ways to purge, though. I don't think we're going to need a second Armitage. It's probably going to be too slow. Maybe pull Rizeki and rejig for the credits. Oh yeah, that's always an option. I think that's 100% right. We should have done that by now. We shouldn't have taken Armitage when we had that option. It's basically pay 1 credit for infinite money. And like, if we just have to trash 1 thing a turn, that's all we have to do. I did say 1 thing a turn. If we do Peace We Can't Run, it's a good recovery card. It's a CVS. I don't think we need to trash that. We don't have Clot. Oh, we do have Palangi, actually. Tranquility. That might actually have been worth trashing. So we'll pull Rizeki. And again, this is a weird matchup where going for singles might be wrong. Because then it powers up their Game Changer, or whatever that card is called. So they can combo out. So the less agendas we steal, the better. In theory, the best tech you can have for this is to play like Nob, Curie, and Imp and just trash every agenda. And then you can also trash your combo pieces, which is obviously sick. All right, so I think we probably pull out Euler here and just run. Oh, we have Anakim. That's fun. I think we put out Euler and go for this. Hagen will trash a Rizeki, which we can always pull back. Oh, I gotta click here. This gets through the 6 strength and also deals with what's it called? Fairchild. I don't know what their ice is. I imagine it's like vanilla. Whatever. Oh yeah, there you go. Fairchild, and then the other one, Gatekeeper. That's what I'm trying to say this whole time. So Rashida, okay, we'll get rid of that. Here we can just install a Simul chip, and then take money off of this, and we'll lose that, sure. We always could have installed on top of it with like a Rizeki, but again, they can purge with Rizeki, which is a bit bad. So we'll see. Second ice, hedge fund. That's good. So if we run through here first click, we can probably get through. Oh, that's actually a pretty meaningful card in the matchup. I don't know how good their money is. So we've seen what so far? 1 Arella, 2 Tranquilities. They throw in a bunch of cards. There's a chance that there's agendas in there. 1 Rashida, 1 NGO. I'm surprised they're running NGO, I'll be honest. We got a free card draw, which is cute. We could do nothing here. Doesn't seem amazing, but we could do nothing. We also could install the Plongi, and if they purge, right, it's just like a Simul chip target. None of those feel amazing. I want money. Nah, that's not money. This card's eventually really good. Worst case is like, does a team sponsorship something else? I just don't see how they do it. I think we need to take money here. We'll install the Plongi, take money. I'm less worried about MU right now. We can always install our console, which is a bit better, I think, than the whatever that called. This card is called Cyberdelia. It's a Rashida. Fuck. So that gets them closer to the combo. I think that's fine. And again, they can always purge with this, but they have to spend 3 on it if we don't run it. They can always put an asset on top of it to basically protect it. But ideally, we maybe spec work this. It looks like we're gonna get probably extra clicks, maybe not. It's an assembly lines. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna get 5 clicks probably this turn. They installed an unseen card. That's a piece of ice. And they're gonna build a remote. So it looks like they're kind of switching gears. And they have an upgrade on it, which I'm assuming has to be either CVS or another one of them grids. Fuck, if we installed Anacam last turn, we could have easily pieced from here. I don't know if I want to piece because I don't know how strong their economy is, and I don't think we need the money. This actually might be a fine time just to run the remote so they start rezzing things. We can install the Gauss first. I think that's fine. Or we just pull a Gauss from our deck, which I reckon is better. We'll run this. And then once we get to the Fairchild, we can always overinstall it. So it's an Ichi. Oh, that's annoying. Wasn't expecting that. So they haven't used their CVS yet. Okay, so we'll make it a barrier. We'll break this for 2 and they can trace us because we have Link. So the trace here, we probably just don't break for a credit. You don't need to break all of them if you have a Link. A lot of times people won't boost into it. They need their money for something else. They could have res their CVS there to make it more awkward for the Plongi. There you go. It's an Eli. Why? Continue to counter ice. We break this for 2 as well. And then continue to counter this ice. So we're going to do that. We're going to trash the... I reckon the Gauss for Euler. Maybe it's an Ash on the remote. That'd be bad. For an Euler, where's our... Oh, we don't have an Euler. Oh, what were we thinking? Oh, I thought an Euler. Oh, that's embarrassing. Whoops. Reset the Plongi. Whoops. Yeah, we can reset the Plongi, but then they can always purge it. We break this for 5. I don't think we want to reset the Plongi. You can do it after you encounter? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, we'll do it. The problem is that, like, we can steal an agenda, but we can't even trash Rashida, which is bad. We can also end the run here. I don't know whether we want to spend. Okay. Thinking. You don't need to break one sub. That's true. Hey, that's true. We don't have to break all the subs. That's a very good point. So we'll trash that, and then we'll install this. We'll make it a barrier. So we'll match the strength of Fairchild, and we'll break the subroutine. So the other two can fire, and we'll just trash the Gauss, which is going to get removed anyways, and the Armitage, which is better than 3, kind of. Oh no, we'll be okay. Yeah, this deck's actually pretty okay against Fairchild, and we still have 2 credits. So we'll trash an installed card, we'll get rid of the Gauss. And we'll get rid of the Armitage, which is only 2 credits and a click. This is 3 credits, no click. All right, we're in. Now we can trash Rashida. I actually don't know what's in this remote. It's a Vitruvius. That's a good steal. It's better than the 3-1. And imagine this is the whole grid, which unfortunately they can just jam into this remote and get tempo, which is pretty good. Oh, it's a Rella. Okay, that was the other card. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, now we don't have too much money. If we run Centrals, they'll get us more money. Completely forgot your Shaper. Everything's always okay for Shaper. Yeah, it's usually pretty okay. I guess we could go in for more. Ideally, we steal another 2-pointer and then we can just like piece in our time out for another 2-pointer. I don't know. I imagine they're running that 3-1 that is the Grand Prix. It's a drafter. It's, I guess, good to know. And here, I think we just click for a credit. We could have considered credit and install this, but then we wouldn't have enough money next turn for that. So we'll gain a credit. Our money has dried up a wee bit. We're making 2 a turn. We should be fine. Oh, we could have done it. Yeah, if we installed our Anakin, we could have set up next turn for peace. And I don't know how bad it is giving them money, because I don't think we run this remote next turn. So we have to throw out something. Penrose, it'll be good once we get stealth. Yeah, we'll see. Anakim to Pia. Yeah, I think we should have considered that before running R&D, as we could have done Anakim into peace next turn, which would have been really, really good. Unfortunately, you have to play this for the first event. Is your first click, so we can't do any other combination. Also, did they gain 2 credits or draw 2 cards? They drew 2 cards. Okay, cool. Oh, assembly lines. That makes sense. I just don't know how much money they need to combo out. I'm assuming that's the drafter. So it's weird how advanced assembly lines actually fires a lot like lateral growth. Except it can't be an agenda. And that could easily be an agenda. Turning wheel's good. That's cute. Did I make in time to watch the Wu Clan run? Yeah. The Wu Clan. It seems I am, yeah. This is our second game. First game went pretty well. All right, I think we have to give up on that. They have enough money that we can go ahead and piece here. We just need a bit more money to set up. So I think we will put this down. Hopefully we'll draw into an event right here. No, we didn't, but we drew into a second one. And then they're at 17, so next turn we'll have 5 clicks. That's kind of one of the good things about giving them money, that we should be okay. Yeah, we would have credits from Rizeki. We could have played it. So I imagine they're going to Rella out here and score 3-2 or 3-1. There you go, Rella. So Rella Salvatore says if an agenda is scored from the server, they can install a card from HQ, giving an advancement token. It can be ice, which is good because you don't play install costs. Ooh, Vitruvius. Or it can just be another agenda to make sure that you chain pretty aggressively. And also they can do their triggers first. So they drew 2 with Sportsmetal. So they have more options, and then they can jam into here. So we know what it takes to get into that remote. So I think we could contest it. Oh, we got a card draw because they dipped. Okay, so what could we consider here? 12 credits, probably an agenda, probably. If we install Gauss, we could run, click, break, and then we can't deal with this. They always purge the Pelongi. They haven't done that before. We also can install Gauss and then an Euler and then just run. We'd have to deal with this. So Gauss, Euler, run. We could click one of them. It's not very good. Ichi's not an AP, it's a destroyer, but this is an AP. So we can always just do Gauss plus Deus Ex and then run. Terrence, what up? Shaper deck, yeah, deck of the week. This is where it gets tricky, right? Like this we can get through for Deus Ex for free. For 2 credits for installing Deus Ex. This we can always click through if we need to. So if we just install Deus Ex, we can run this remote. We do Deus Ex, run, we click through this. No, sorry, Deus Ex run. No, we can't click through both of them, of course. I feel like I'm missing something here. We can pull a nanotech. Pull something run. Deus, Gauss, click. Yeah, but then we don't have one to run. Yeah, we have no run click in there. Deus, Gauss, click. It'd be really nice to get this one. So this is one click to get through. We can always let this, no, we can't let this fire. They choose the programs. So it's basically comes to whether or not they purge with the Plonky. If they purge with the Plonky, we can always stop. So we can do Deus, Gauss, run. Yeah, we can always do Deus, Gauss, run and see if they and then if they res. Yeah, it's kind of bad. I think we need to get an actual breaker. It's a shame. Oh, no. Thank you. None of this is really good, is it? No. No, this is bad. Oh man, we break Eli for 6? Think server 5 CVS, how come we haven't trashed it before we made a big run? We fucked up. We accessed this and it was a CVS, so we didn't trash it because I didn't think we had like clot or anything. But 100% we should have trashed this a long time ago and it's going to haunt us. It's really haunting us. I'm just going to keep drawing. None of the stuff that we need. Penrose, we need stealth credits. I guess we can do Mantle Penrose and then we can deal with Fairychild. I probably should have started on that a bit earlier in the turn. Oh, it's a mistake. Yeah, we can always run this, get a purge, install another Plongy, but then, you know, it's a couple clicks short of what we want it to be. Okay. How much ME do we actually need? So we have to throw out one more. We'll install a Cyber Daily if we need to. Do you need to click through Eli when you have Plongy? Well, because they have a CVS in server 5, sort of. Gauss, run, click, trace, Ichi, Plongy, FC3. They have this server 5 is a Cyberdex Fire Suite. Otherwise, you're right. With Gauss, we could just get through everything. But they didn't res it on the last run for some reason. Yeah, they might have forgot. You're right, because they did forget last time. Maybe we should have just called it and then panicked on the Ichi if it went bad. Like, made sure we had 2 clicks on the Ichi. Maybe we should have just done that Gauss run. It probably would have been better, and then they have to res the CVS. Oh, thank God, it's just an NGO front. This is where you wish you have your second piece in your time. We also can just go clear server 5. Okay, NGO front install. So 14 credits. If we play an event, we draw. Okay, we do have a lot of multi-access. So if we play this, we want to play this with equivocation. So I think we want to find out what's on R&D. We have 5 clicks. That's good. All the drama for an NGO, yeah, tell me about it. So I think we can run server 5, trash it. Euler. I think we just want to run R&D. I'm worried that this is the drafter, though. I'm pretty confident this is the drafter. It'd make a lot of sense for it to be the drafter. Okay, that's good. That means that we can deal with server 5 a bit easier. And they're going to be on game point really soon. Because we can just purge the Plongy after. Okay. You don't draw when you play the event, right? You do draw after you play the event. I just don't want to play Freedom and not get value from it. Let me move my face. Like, I want to ensure that we do Freedom into, like, we figure out what this ice is, and then we do Freedom equivocation. Oh, it's biotic. Uh-oh. Advance. Advance. Vitruvius with a token? There's no way it's a third Vitruvius. Oh, it's a sandbox. Cool. That's why they're keeping the CVS around. You don't draw when you play that. Oh, with this event, you're right. You don't draw because it's not trash. Yeah, totally. Currents are totally different. Okay. So now we can probably do this remote. We're just hoping it's not an NGO front. So at this point, what can we do? We install a Gauss Plongy run. Is that enough? No, it's not even enough. Yeah, it is enough. But MU. Fucking MU. I guess we eat a Rozeki. Or we can just install Gauss run. Click. Yeah, that's fine. don't draw after playing a current, you draw once cleared. Yeah, I think about this time next year we'll be all nostalgic about currents. I doubt it in some ways. We'll do break subroutine, trash. Oh, we had 5 clicks, totally. I don't want to trace through that. I'll take the tag. We can clear if they spend a lot of money on it. This feels like the last game where they're just jamming to the remote. If we trash Rashida though, or Rella, sorry, it slows down their tempo, but here they're threatening a win with Biotic into a 5-3. Eli for 2 feels good. We're not going to use a stealth credit because we need it for our Pelongi. Hey, Nanako. Would it be better to Gauss from hand for an Aesop's trigger before you're beginning the entire turn for this axis? I think you're right about that. Oh, it's an NGO front. I think you are right that if we Gauss from hand, we could have pawned it because now we can't pawn this. Yeah, I think that's actually a much better optimization. They're in game points. I don't think Arella is actually worth trashing when we have this little money. Yeah, Gauss from hand would have been way better. And then we don't have to pawn it. I guess this for 6 is a bit unaffordable. So we're worried about drafter here, and we can't really do anything about it. I think we're going to draw here. Build script is good. That's 3 cards, a credit. It's not bad. And we can throw something out here. Euler, Pelongi, all that stuff is really good. We have to expect multiple CVSs in the deck. I feel like we can win off of Freedom. Turning Wheel is also kind of a panic win card, but I feel like Equivocations, I think we're too slow to win off of this. Like they can just jam any agenda and we'd be in a problem spot. Hey, little cat. You're looking at me in a very judgeful way, but I think cats do that. Oh, you licked your face. Okay, never mind. The power structure has reverted. We also can check archives. There might be an agenda in here, and as soon as they do install advanced, like we have to run it. Oh, it's assembly lines, so we gotta watch the chat log to see if they're using the ability or whether they're just doing it for money. Unseen card. Okay, so they did that, and they probably just jam here, install advanced, and then Biotic. Oh, okay. We gotta win off centrals, my friends. Gotta win off of central servers. Okay. What is on Drafter? Drafter is a sentry. Sentries are hard for us to deal with. We don't even have the MU for everything. Oh, this is awkward. If this is a Biotic, I don't think it's likely they win. If it's a game changer, I guess it's the same as Biotic. Keep drawing. Okay, don't draw too much, my friend. Running archives could be really bad. If we get agendas, we can just draw them into cards. I'm assuming this is a Rashida. I don't see what else they wouldn't have advanced. If they advance it also, it scares us, but I don't know if they need this 2 ice. Things are looking bad. The fact that we just struggle to deal with a drafter right now is a problem. Well, we could get through it, but for more than a single axis is an issue, and I think we're going to have to get rid of the Rozeki soon enough. We probably just pawn one of them. 3 turns worth of value. I don't think we're going to have 4 turns left. We probably just keep drawing, actually. We have a lot of clicks. 3rd Rozeki. Cast is probably a bit too slow, but we always can panic sell it. Take Cast 2 turns to pay off Rozeki as well. But Rozeki we can always build script, which seems a bit better. I will do both. End turn. The Mantle has good stealth credits. 2 stealth credits, it might be enough for just Drafter. Drafter, I think we also need a Pump, which is a stealth credit. So there's a reason to keep this. Spec Worker is good. All this shit's good, though. I guess we get rid of Laundry, unfortunately. Do we need the second Mantle? Like, what's the numbers on After Image? I think you need a stealth credit to boost. And I think the only way that we can, like, decide to win the game on our own terms is with, like, Freedom Equivocation. Which, if we have 5 clicks on our turn, might be a bit easier to do. I don't know what we're spec working into, but it's pretty good. 3 credits, 3 cards. That's probably better than Laundry. And Deus Ex is useful against specifically Fairchild. We always can pull another one. And then what's the worst card here? Hopefully we can deal with Pelongi. And we don't need the Euler. It's 1 stealth for +2 strength. Thank you. So it's 3 credits for Drafter, or is it 2 credits? 2 stealth for bypass, 1 stealth to boost. Okay. So we're going to need it for Drafter still. regardless how we deal with it. And the problem with the bypass, it's only once a turn. So don't know what's in server 6. Could be a CVS. Oh, it's another ice. I wonder if they can even afford it. Maybe they just want to get us down underneath Rashida. I mean, sorry, Beth. Oh, okay, so now they can biotic out and win. But if they res ice, it's unlikely. They would still need 8 credits, so if they res ice, it might not be the case. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pawn a Rozeki, because I think the game's going to be over sooner than that. We'll take clicks. Oh, that's actually a good draw. A little spec work. We want to get a way to deal with sentries. We haven't got one. Fuck. So what do? Do we like pull our sentry breaker and just make sure we overinstall at the end of the game or the end of the turn? We also can just put down Pelongi and run. Surveyor time, Clickhots, what's up? It's fine if it's survey though, like we can after image it. Let's go for singles, I guess. So here they res a drafter. If they res. Of course we can always Pelongi it. Running archives is now a bit worse because of Pelongi, but Pelongi is our panic here. Can you pull self-mod instead? Oh, we can pull self-mod. We should have done that a long time ago. There it is, a drafter. Yeah, why the fuck haven't we been pulling self-mod? What am I thinking? Of course you pull self-mod a long time ago. Code gate. So we still need a boost break. At least we only pay 2 credits for a single. So Rashida. Yeah, I think we will trash that just in case. So our next turn is we want to basically get equivocation down and get self-modifying code into nanotech. No, nanotech is really hard to deal with this, right? After image in the house, yeah. How do we deal with a drafter cheaply? Ika, probably? I need to look up the numbers on Ika. I know they can trash Ika, but it's fine. Fuck, what are the numbers on Ika? Netrunner Ika. Sorry, 1 second. For a brief time, we lived in a world where SSC did not exist. Oh wow, it's fucking expensive. Okay, that's bad. I think we just need as much money as we can, and we just nanotech it as often as we can as well. You can also ignore drafter and light of fire. I don't think so. Oh, you're right. It's not R&D defense. You were right. We can ignore it. All right, it's another purge for 8 credits. There goes our Pelongi. At least we have something easy to pawn, and we get a free card draw. Oh, and they jam. So. Is there any chance we can actually just run the remote? Okay, what's in here? We can always pull a Pelongi. This could be a CVS because it was a Relid. It actually could be a CVS. But what can we pull if we need to deal with a drafter over it again? Or can we just let drafter fire all the time? You may install 1 card from archives or HQ. Yeah, that will be a problem because they can install ice. A lot of ice. So I don't think we can let that fire unless we really need to. But we do have 5 clicks. So I think we have to end up wooing for whatever's the best way with SMC to get into there, and then just pull an equivocation and then just freedom and hopefully win. So let's see. Oh, it doesn't show us the card. That's so annoying. Oh, well, I guess it doesn't anyways. So we'll pop this. We'll keep the stealth credits just in case. I don't think 1 matters. Is there a cordyceps? No, there isn't. There could be. Oh, it actually does tell us. Okay, so this is annoying because it's a stealth credit, so we can't really do that. Blackstone doesn't, equivocation doesn't, Euler doesn't, Ika. It has to be Ika. Oh wait, what's nanotech? The numbers on nanotech are pretty bad, aren't they? I think it's like 5. 3, 5. We can always let one of these subroutines break. Like only the bottom one matters too much, unless they're like somehow biotic shorts of this. So this is 4 per run. Which is probably enough, right? Like, we can't make that many more runs. Like, this is so click intensive. Like, we don't play this until we win. Let's hope we win without it. We only have 3 clicks. Yeah, this seems like we're going to lose. There's a small chance we could build it. Just building up enough stealth credits to use a stealth rig is not easy when they're rushed. When they're rushing you. Yeah, this is fine. We can't even run that many times for this to matter. We have 22 credits. How's drafter a problem for us? Efficiency. Yeah. Hedge fund. Okay. Well, seems unlikely for us to win. Does Aesop still need to be restricted now that Levy and Noise are gone? I mean, it's a good card, but is it that good? 3 credits somewhat clicklessly is absurd. I think a big thing that would make Aesop's a lot more non-restrictable is if Haley rotates, because I think Haley gets a lot of the power of that. Cyberdeck Sandbox. Okay. Can we win on a 3-pointer? Maybe. No. There's no way. Maybe they're running food. But it's very unlikely that they actually are running 3-pointers that are like not Vacheron. Spiderweb. Fuck! We're 1 click short. We're 1 click short. If we actually got the freedom down, there's a chance that we could have won. I'm aware it doesn't look like we have money for it, but we didn't have to break the subroutines. We've just been doing 5 because it's early. But we got the 6 points with the freedom in our hand, so it doesn't feel like the worst thing. However, the Texan will show the card. Yeah, I didn't think it did. That's really good. There you go. Good game. I can see a future where Aesop's isn't restricted. Yeah, I could see it. I think it's still a really, really, really strong card. And it's not restricted. It opens up a lot of other plays, like Az and a lot of other people that might want it. It, in theory, also, I guess, I don't know if it's that good for Apex. I had the freedom threw in the hand. Couldn't find the time. Find the time. Thanks, you too. Good game. I wonder what the remote is. Like, imagine it's surveyors. Maybe they have a border control. Like, they're also playing Spiderweb. They had only 8 cards left in R&D, which is kind of wild. And we didn't actually give them money, but 22 credits. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, we had a chance there. We definitely did have a chance. I feel like if we just played a bit more efficiently, and we haven't been like trashing. If we just trashed, you know, the fucking. What's it called, the CVS we've been early. Actually, there's even a chance of checking archives. I wonder if there's anything in archives. I guess we're never gonna know because they won't let us. They left the game anyways, but that's that. Good game. It's a fun deck. I feel like I don't know whether you need the stealth stuff, because the stealth stuff is so like dependent on you drawing Netmercur. I feel like if you don't draw Netmercur, the stealth stuff is useless. But like it worked out for us on Sunday pretty well, and we only have 2 Netmercur. I know that we have 3 mantle, but also that is like you need slots, man. MU, just like any card that gives you more than 1 MU per install would be so good for this deck, right? Like I don't think we've ever installed Cyberdelia. I think Cyberdelia is not a very good card. It's just like a pretty lame ability when games are won way faster than this matters usually, especially when you need to install a lot of other stuff to get yourself up off the ground. So I don't know, there's no like really good MU cards that you could play right, like without playing a 2-cost console and not playing Anacam, but Anacam is pretty great. Stealth and 90 card deck does seem rough. Yeah, it's definitely tricky. If you had Cold Read, I think it'd be a bit more palatable, probably. I don't know. Cold Read's a good card too, just in Cabo. Just lets you set up if you pop your SMCs early. But yeah, we definitely didn't play that as well as we could have. So still a lot of places to go. I mean up. A lot of up to go. Whatever, that doesn't make too much sense. How's everyone doing? Happy Thursday. Feels like this room is particularly dark, or maybe it's just the eye strain. I think you can see I have bags under my eyes. Like, just kind of don't feel everything's like way too bright right now, which is not good. Okay, we want to build a deck because there's an interaction. I was talking to Thanos. Thanos was telling me about a deck they're working on, and this interaction came up, which I've never actually seen played before, which I think is wild. I just want to make sure that this interaction is actually like legitimate. This is Rejig, a card that's actually pretty cool in the Cabanessa deck because it is the closest thing that you have to Scavenge, which is really important in Cabanessa decks that want to set up early with their Rozeki drip. But the idea is that this is in some ways more flexible than Scavenge. It doesn't let you get cards from your heap, which Scavenge did, if I'm not mistaken. But you can install a program or piece of hardware paying X less. So the idea is that if you have a really big program or piece of hardware, you're good. You basically can install anything for free, right? Like the most expensive program in the game is 9 credits. The most expensive hardware modernly is 8 credits. And the idea is that if you get one of those onto the table, you can get the other one onto the table pretty quickly. And there's actually some really easy ways to get cards onto the table that are really expensive, but not playing full cost for them. And I was surprised to find this card was still legal. But you can play test run, right? Rip Monolith, yeah, for sure. Alex, what's up? Shipment from Tenon in GameNet? I'm not going to play GameNet for a long time, let me tell you that. How's it going, by the way? I'm just not a fan of GameNet at all. Its ability is like way too... It's kind of like that other deck that we played, Architects of Tomorrow, but Architects just gets more payout, I think. It's just hard. It's just, you don't get money. Test run is great. Yeah, check this out, right? Like the idea is like test run sure is 3 influence, but the idea with test run is you can test run out a very expensive card. Like for 1 influence, you can get a test run Femme Fatale, and on its own, test run Femme Fatale is fine. Like test run Femme Fatale can be very, very good. Now the idea is that you can use the Femme Fatale, which is one of the best ways to deal with ice, and then it'll go back on top of your deck, which is interesting if you want to draw it. I don't think you have to play Oracle May, but the idea is that you can just rejig it. Test run Femme, rejig. And sure, this is a multi-card combo, but if you're running things like, I don't know, Security Nexus, that's a way to get a Security Nexus down pretty cheaply. Now, the more I think about this, the more I realize, like, in Criminal, you do have access to credit kiting, which is pretty good as long as you're running some other support cards, largely like removing a tag, or more accurately, what's it called, Citadel Sanctuary, which you want to do anyways. But the idea is that in Sunny, if you play test runs and Femmes, which I think are both fine cards in Sunny, you can get your Security Nexus down pretty quickly from not that much money. It's only a 3 credit investment, which is good. It also thins your deck, which is nice. It gets the Femme into the bin, which if you're really crazy, I guess you could run like Retrieval Run to get even more value out of it, but this doesn't seem too bad at all. I don't know if I said hi, Tobel. Yeah, what up, Tobel? How you doing? That's what I want to try, to see if we can get down Security Nexuses for cheap. Now the question is what faction wants to play it, and right now we're taking cards from all 3 factions. It's interesting enough, like you could test run in Shaper and splash Security Nexus, and there's actually a couple of Shapers that have Link, like Cabonessa Wu, which is kind of cool. That you can kind of get that kind of cool value with it, which is nice. I think there's other. Haley doesn't have a Link, does she? What other Shapers have Link? Akiko has Link, I think. Faction, Shaper. Can I do a type identity link equals 1? There's no link. There's no link searches there. No, okay. Lat has Link. Oh yeah, Lat has Link. Well, that's fun, I guess. The idea is that you can get a Nexus down pretty easily. Kiko has Link. Lat has Link. I know the Scavenge Boy had Link. Exile had Link. Haley doesn't. Cabo doesn't. Kate did, of course, and Lat does. And I think that's all that's going to be relevant in the modern meta. But test run is only for programs. So what's the deal with Nexus? The idea is that you test run a Femme and then you just rejig it. Because rejig lets you take a program or a piece of hardware and to your grip, and then install a program or piece of hardware for X fewer. So as long as you just test run the Femme, which still is like a legitimate play, like that's not a bad set of cards to add to your deck, you can get down your Nexus for free. Also, there's some other cool plays when you're playing with Femme and Nexus, is that you can always rejig it. And so if you play your Nexus and you just rejig your Nexus to install that same Nexus, you can use its once per turn ability again, because it's considered a new copy of Nexus. The same with Femme. And once you get your Femme down in the early game, and if you pay for it, I don't know, maybe you also play like, what's it called, credit kiting. You can just put it onto another piece of ice and ensure that it's always relevant when people trash the ice. Rejigging Femme is just good fun. Yeah, totally, Apathy. It's just pretty good. So I think we'll take a shot. I think we're actually going to start in one of the runners that I think can play this, but is a bit slow to set up, and we can maybe hopefully make Sunny a bit faster to set up. It's been a while since we played Sunny, but I think Sunny got a fair bit of support from the modern cards. I think DreamNet's absurdly good. I think Rejig London Library play, but I can't say it wins games. I've never actually been excited about London Library, and it was something that on this channel we got so much requests to play, and I think a big part of it is that we actually did spend a lot of time playing with the Falcons, and that seems good. But London Library is the same kind of thing as what's it called, as Chameleon, where like abstractly it seems really good, but it's also like so click intensive that every turn you need to do this to set up, and that's kind of pretty hard. Oh no, we're playing Sunny. I'm sorry, Jessica. I thought you said that we could have gotten Nexus for free. Well, we get the Nexus for free technically after we play the test run. That's the only issue. You got to pay for the test run. Maybe you play Mystic Miami. Boo, Sunny, boo. It'll be a bit more interesting. Let's try and play a more aggressive Sunny. But the idea is that if this works, we can pivot to do this in other factions. And I think Test Run Femme might even be fine in Criminal. Whether you want to play a Nexus on top of that might be a lot. I think in 419, you probably just play credit kiting if you really care about that sort of savings. Treasure program host on London Library. When your turn ends, install a non-virus program from your grip on London Library. Add a program on London Library to your grip. Okay. So you get a free install. Wait, could you do this? Could you London Library a Femme? Yeah, why not? Is it considered installed? Yeah. It's installed on here. It's hosted, right? Wow, are those negative vibes for Sunny? Because Sunny decks are kind of boring and they're all the same. Like, Sunny doesn't have that much to play with where it's not creative. Like, I think the only creative Sunny decks I've ever seen, like, are Data Leak Reversal decks, which, you know, I like the rejig London I replay. Yeah. Interesting Sunny's a fantasy way outside what my mind can comprehend. Yeah, right? No, I hear you. I hear you. It's kind of an issue when you play with like, they only have this many cards. Like, the decks are going to get a bit homogenous at some point. You can use Rejig to retarget Boomerang too. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you definitely could. There's some cool reasons to Rejig. Like, you can do that. You can also use it to like refill a virus card, right? Like a Palangi or a Cordyceps. You can use it to get a Keyhole down or a Stargate down, excuse me, and be able to use that twice a turn. Like, there's some pretty good reasons. Anything that's a once per turn ability, you can get more value. But yeah, retargeting Boomerang is like, it's okay. It's not bad. It's better than throwing it out a lot of the time. Amina's a good target too. Good breaker. Oh yeah, right. Amina's also not too bad. Amina's just a good card too. Test run Amina Rejig. Is that value? Maybe. I use Rejig to refill Mantle to give me enough stealth credits to make a winning run. Damn. And you don't like Shapers, do you? Okay. Look, that's another day, another paycheck sent to this deck just because Sunny is pretty weak to scarcity and I don't want to have that to be an issue. Play 2 Black Hat. Nobody plays this card. I don't know why. This card seems fine as a one of. Why does nobody play this card? This card seems great. Against trap decks, you just play this. I guess you could play Stargate. We have breakers. I think you want to play them. I don't know. Like, the decks that work off of Net Chip and Amakua seem a bit, I don't know, difficult. Jackson Clare is really strong. Jack might actually be, I don't know if it's the 3-0, but with DreamNet, Jack got really good. Office Supplies is a fine card. I'm not the biggest fan of Security Chip. It's better when you're running Amakua or AIs. Anything that gets this value. It's technically an econ card, but like, Sunny has enough econ. The problem is acceleration. That's usually the way I see it. And I think we want to play 3 Security Nexuses, just to ensure that we draw it. A lot of Sunny decks will only play 2. Actually, no, I think out of Faction you'll play 2. In Faction you'll probably play 3. And White Hat's a really good card, so we'll play that. With Stealth as, nothing like Shaper. Okay. All right. Okay, so what else can we add to the deck? Gamble is fine. We're going to be doing a lot of neutral cards on the basis that we need to, but let's try and do our other stuff. We have Femme Fatale, which is good. It is expensive, but it's fine. I guess we do 3 of them. This might be a bit too much already. We have Rejig. 3 of all these cards might be way too much. And then we want to run Nexus. So we have a combo in theory. We can run an Amina if we want to. It is 4 influence, and we're pretty good with dealing with high strength ice anyways. So this might not be the best. Yandri, what's up? What are we up to tonight? We're trying to rejig and play Security Nexus for free. That's kind of the dream. How are you doing? Okay, what else is good? DreamNet. That's a really strong card. I don't know whether you run 3, but it's so good with Jackson Clare. It's a clickless card draw and a credit if they don't ice up all their centrals in a meaningful way. So it's good. I could see an argument for 3. Then we just play like drip cards, like Daily Cast is good. A lot of these decks end up playing Rizaki, which I think is better than Data Folding. Data Folding you can still career fair out, but it is weak to scarcity. I don't think we're going to use our BRMU with our Fem, so this might be fine. So we'll do that. We'll do, yeah, Dirty Laundry is okay with DreamNet, everything else. Career fair has some targets here. Daily Cast. I imagine we do play Earthrise. Combo GSC with adjusted chronotype. This is just like never worth it. As a one of, like, it's not worth it. Man, this card was good. I miss Wildside. 3 EC? What's EC? Still needs test run? Oh yeah, that's huge. Thank you. Emergent creativity? Well, the thing is, like, emergent creativity is another way to do this, but it's way more influence intensive. So I think it's either you do test run scavenge or you run EC. Like, wow, test run's actually 3 influence. Oh, okay, never mind. That'd be more interesting to do it. Yeah, I don't know. If you do emergent creativity, like, it's another way to get around this. Like, you just throw out a Nexus to install a Nexus. It's a bit more combo centric, he says, while trying to build a 3-card combo. But you see where this goes. All right, other cards. Career Fair is really good if we are playing what's it called? Data folding, stuff like that. What do other Sunny decks play? I feel like this doesn't have enough stuff in it. Like, what else do you need to win? I guess we have Turning Wheel as our multi-axis. This is why I didn't add him. Yeah, oh yeah, and Adam, you can do merchant creativity as well, which might be overkill. I don't like Hopper that much. Like, Hopper's fine. It's a really slow card draw card. Like, you're playing 3 cards to draw 3, which isn't amazing. The Link can help. I don't know. I never feel like boosting Link on Sunny is that good. I guess we want to pay 1 copy of Citadel Sanctuary just to make sure that they can't. Oh, we're at 50 cards. Oh my god, what have we done? Yo, Sunny decks are boring. They're all the same. I feel like this combo doesn't do that much in Sunny. Okay, what does this draw like? Opening hand, pretty bad. This is fine. You do just like gamble, Earthrise, let's go. Sportsmetal is great, better when it costs 2. Maybe we should play this in as. Data Sucker might be good with the breakers. Yeah, Data Sucker's fine with the breakers. I feel like there's an argument though, because we don't have the influence. Data Sucker is also really good with Jackson Clare, of course, but instead of running Data Sucker, you could always just run like Ice Carver. Like you could start on a larger level. But you're right, Data Sucker is good. I've found a fair few people running like, you know, ways to purge viruses. They don't want to count on it. I'd rather probably play Ice Carver first. Why not do it in a thin deck? Well, there's a lot of reasons. I honestly think like this combo isn't too difficult to build in a bigger deck. I guess you have to just draw. You basically have to draw. Wow, you have to draw 3 cards. Huh. I don't know. I don't think that 5 cards matter as much as like getting the Nexuses for free in terms of influence. What's the influence on credit kiting though? It's probably 2 or 3. It's also 3. That's a shame. There's a huge chance that credit kiting is just better than all of this. Maybe do it in Shaper to save influence on test run. Yeah, but then we only play 2 Nexuses. I think if you do this in Shaper, like you probably wouldn't do Security Nexus, but then you could end up doing other garbage. Like you could do, what's it called? You could do Inversificator. No, what's the other one that came out after Inversificator that's also like questionable? It's probably still not good even if it was free. What is the one I'm talking about? The one, and Kuza's fine. What is the one that's like, it's like a cannon and it's like shooting someone into space? Or at least that's what I think about it. Mass Driver. Thank you, Jessica. This is a card. Check this out. 2 credits to break code gates every team. That seems bad, but 1 per 1 strength. That's really good when you start at 1. When you use Mass Driver to break all subroutines on a piece of ice during a single encounter, the first 3 subroutines on the next ice you encounter this run do not resolve. And this is not once per run. You see what I'm saying here? Mass Driversaurus. So this is obviously not a very good card, but they do not resolve is such a weird text. Like you don't break them, they just don't resolve. I think that's fascinating. Which means in theory, wait, what's the wording on Kakugo? Is it when you pass it or when I think it's when you pass it. Yeah, okay, never mind. But they don't resolve. Now, if you get this on something and boost its strength, it's not an AI, so you can't boost its strength. It's cool. Where the code gates are is really dependent. Oh my god, we're doing some stupid stuff. Fighting Walloon, what's up? Only 8 credits too. Yeah, in theory, we're gonna rejig this shit, so it's all free, right? Like we do test run rejig. Tataki, what's up? Emerging Creativity, Mass Driver, Sunny. Oh man. Oh man, wait, do we just play this in Sunny? Is Emergent Creativity better than what we're trying to do? It might actually be. Use it with Kit. Nixie, what's up? Yeah, we could use it in Kit. Just another way for an Anansi to screw you? What's the text on Anansi? They have to be broken, right? An Anansi. Like a pineapple. Anansi. Yeah, that's right. Close enough. Okay, unless all the broke. Yeah, so Anansi will hurt us. Yeah, it's not very good against Anansi. Wayland, what's up? Clearly not a very card, but I have never seen it, so how can we know yet? Exactly, how can we know it? Yeah, 3 net damage is fine, but okay, hear me out. If we wanted to do this, I imagine this deck would rely heavily on things like, sure, admittedly, maybe Kit, or cards like this. And this is another explored space that I think is really strong in Shaper that people haven't been played with. Even maybe you play Inversificator, but I kind of feel dumb playing 2 expensive decoders, excuse me. But if you play Cordyceps, you can kind of manufacture it where you have their big annoying ice behind their Mass Driver, and then you can get it so it's like, oh, I break a shitty code gate, and then you get through like, I don't know, DNA tracker for nothing. That'd be the dream. Heartbeat. Oh man. 3 compiled Mass Drivers. Compile gets it for free, and by free I mean 2 credits, right? The problem is the strength on Mass Driver is so abhorrent that unless you play Cordyceps, I don't think you're going to get value out of it. Like, you need to do some sort of ice positionality, because I don't think we can, like, how do we boost the strength of this thing? Dinosaurus? Dinosaurus is not bad. But Dinosaurus is, Dinosaurus is cute, pretty cute, right? Because we don't spend the 2 MU on this. Cyber Trooper Talud is only good if we are, like, compiling it. Flame out as well. Oh man, if you fucking flame this card out, it's perfect. It's so good. I can't believe this card came out after Inversificator. Maybe that's exactly the point. Alright, we're pivoting. Dinosaurus is so cute. Dinosaurus is the best. We need Dean Lister. Yeah, I guess we do. But you know what? We actually have equivalent Dean Lister support. And I don't mean push the envelope. But what's the other one that's not push the envelope? It's the one with Cabinessa on it. Lean and Mean, I think. Yeah. So this is probably never going to fire. So this is not the one we want. There's a neutral one. It's less absurd than Niffer Bing beside Paperclip. Yeah. Hear me out on this. Baba Yaga. No, Baba Yaga only gets paid abilities. Baba Yaga wouldn't get this text. Baba Yaga would just get this. So unfortunately, no. It's less absurd. Yeah. Excuse me. Injection attack. That's it. Thank you. That's exactly it. There's like so many cards that came out in the 2 cycles that Damon Stone did that were just like, make a run, you get +2 strength if you find this condition, and almost all of them are worse than this one. This card's definitely not worth playing. I don't know why we're even looking at it. No, this is bad. Okay. Chad, what are we doing? Are we actually gonna make a Mass Driver deck? I think we have to play Kit. There's no reason not to. Devil Charm does this thing as well. Yeah, Devil Charm does though, but Devil Charm is like 70 influence. I think they put outright dirty laundry. Yeah, okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. We're very. Oh, it's only 2. Wow. Injection attack is the best for the run strength. Injection attack is the best of the run strength boosters. Yes, I really think it is. And it's so crazy also that like this is meant to be a shaper card. It's like, I guess Rizeki didn't exist at the time, but whatever. Absolutely. I mean, what a left turn from Nexus and Fem. Yeah, I kind of did get there. But like, I'm pretty convinced, at least in Sunny, this is just straight up worse than playing credit kiting, right? Like, you just do this and boom, you got it. You have to run the Central, which again, that's our plan anyways. So, okay. And I think, yeah, the Sunny deck does seem like every other Sunny deck, which is fine. Except we did one little trick doctors hate. We put some bad cards in it to be efficient. Okay, here we go. Runner deck. Agree that credit kiting is better to get on the Nexus, yes. Sunny plus emergent creativity equals the best Sunny right now, or is equivalent to, excuse me, the best Sunny right now. IMO? Really? You really think so? All right, let's get some Shaper up in here. So options we have, I'm not gonna like actually consider the Kiko because well, excuse me, I don't think Kiko makes that much sense, and I think we might need the influence. Speaking of influence, though, what's her name is a really good. Like Kit is just good because the first thing will be a code gate, so we can always ensure, unless it's only one ice, that Mass Driver will fire. Is everyone okay with that? Kit, be okay with that? Huh? Null, Devil Charm, Mass Driver. Oh man, you can always rebirth out of 15 influence. Oh, that's actually a really good point. We could just play somebody else and rebirth into it. That's kind of compelling. Yeah, we're plonging until you rebirth. Yeah, I think you're right. I having an 8 credit shitty program to install on the early game doesn't seem like we'd be that aggressive a deck. Kid just said she's okay with that. Okay, thank you. I don't know if Kid is she. I think Kid is they. I'm not actually sure. What are we doing then? I guess Lat or probably just Haley. We have stuff to install. All right, let's go. I know Haley can compile Mass Driver Plongy from hand. Oh, there's anti-Afshar tech with Mass Driver. Take that, Wayland. Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, I guess so. But Afshar's not as popular as it used to be. If that's the case, like we run Cordyceps too, huh? Huh? Okay. How do we get a lot of money quickly? How do we'll play 2 of these. Are we test run rejigging these? I guess we are. I guess that's the point, right? You got a Cordyceps. Yeah, we got a Cordyceps for sure. And unfortunately, if we're running Dinosaurus, we can't actually run anything else. We also, there's the other hardware that is that gives the paid ability to the ice that lets you boost at a better rate. I'm not sure what the name is. Looking at this list, I can't even find it. No, it's not that. Dedicated processor. So this gives you 2 credits for 4 strength, which is pretty okay. Yeah, we could do peace. Peace is fine. How about Stimhack FSMC? Yeah, that's the old way to do it. What's up, Pick? You were there on Tuesday, huh? Sorry about that. That got pushed. Yeah, this is this card is, it's fine. We could consider this card. We could also consider Dinosaurus. The thing is, like, if we don't play Dinosaurus, humor me here. If we do not play Dinosaurus, we could always consider playing Knob Curie and then playing Knob Curie with Cordyceps, which sounds buck wild. And I think that's probably just worth doing because it seems interesting. Cool. Stimhack, yeah, definitely want to play Stimhack. So SMCs, self-modifying code. Okay, so we need to just get good things in here. Diesel's probably fine. We're pivoting to freedom, aren't we? Wait, this is actually better in Anarch. We save so much influence. What's the influence cost on Mass Driver? 3. They weren't scared. Buckwild, is this Canadian for bad? No, not even. I think Buckwild's like very American. Palangi? Yeah, we probably want Palangi. I imagine if we have Knob Curie, we might as well. At this point, we might as well play an imp, and then we're playing a very different deck. So we wanted a rebirth for sure. I'm not very good at core. Like, how do you build a core? If people can just shout like core shaper cards to make a good deck. Here, don't worry, I got you. I'll play Rizeki. We also are Haley to start, so I think events might not be the hottest thing that we have. So what other events do we want? I guess we want Beth. We don't have a restricted card. With Plongis and Cordyceps, I guess we don't need this imp. We could consider playing, I guess Film Critic is fine, but we obviously could be playing Pawn Shop. Modded Toolbox, which core are you asking for? Just like good shaper stuff. Ace-Ups and Harbinger? We could. Harbinger's a bit clumsy with Haley, right? Because it no longer uses the ability, does it? Daily cast, OPOP. Ace-Ups and Harbinger? Yeah, it's slots. It's not bad. I think we could play Pawn Shop. We just need more support for it. Dedicated processor, Knob Curie. I guess Simul chips are good because we have things to install. We probably need other breakers if we're going to be honest here. So Mass Driver is good. We want some sort of sentry breaker. Is there anything that's really cute? What's really cute here? We also probably can play modded. Modded's alright. We need more burst draw probably. I feel like we're missing some very obvious resources in this deck. Okay, so what's a breaker suite look like on a shaper right now? Overmind and 3mm chip. Overmind is not viruses or power counters, right? No, Overmind's just not good though. Like even if Overmind had infinite tokens, I think it's really bad in the meta. That might not be true actually. Yeah, modded is not bad. Good shaper sentry breakers are stealth only. Otherwise, it's eco. I think nanotech is fine. What's wrong with nanotech? We can play a panic oiler. I think fractors are the issue. Like we could always splash paperclip or corroder. Paperclip would be restricted. All right, we're at 42 cards. Let's just see what good Haley lists look like. Geist at home. That's a specific Haley list. What's just like good stuff Haley? Even like just good kid decks are probably worth ripping off. Are we in Chrome? Okay, so Diesel, Dirty Laundry, Modded, all that stuff is pretty standard. We don't have Dirty Laundry. I guess we're a bit more uninteractive. Cyberdelia, not a card I like. Beth Cast, Proco. We could do the Proco. I'm worried it's a bit slow. Oh yeah, we probably want a misdirection. And I guess if we do have the influence for Clot, we could. I haven't seen too much fast advance in the meta that I've been playing online. Oh, Inversificator is so good. Also, I feel like we want a way to close the game off, right? Like if we can make R&D really easy, we probably want the R&D interfaces, right? Right, if we can make R&D super easy with running, the stuff that we are running, Cordyceps and the other thing, we're probably good. Critical Pawn Shop, yeah. Lots of peace in there. Yeah, I think we do want peace to set up. I think you're totally right about that. Nanotech costs 5 to break Drafter, right? It does, but only if they have uniced it, a single ice. And if they only have a single ice on R&D or anything else, like we'll be able to capitalize on Cordyceps. So I'm not that worried about it. Heinzel's Haley. Okay, thank you, Willin. Can I just copy it? You got nothing to pawn on this list? Yeah, we probably don't need pawn shop. We don't have anything to pawn on this list. We can just play a film critic, but we're kind of short in slots. Like we also can just make this corroder into what's it called? A paperclip if we really wanted to. And paperclip is really good with Pelongi. Boring Haley. Nice. Harbinger, Misdirection, Rizeki. Only 2 of Stargate as their closer. They're Gordian Blade. Ika. I guess it's a pawn shop list, so Ika's a bit better. But we're not in Gordian. We don't need to. We probably can remove that. Let's just go ahead and remove the thing. I'm really worried about the single 1 strength, though, on this thing. Now, we could actually probably play Net Ready Eyes. Net Ready Eyes is really cheap to install. Not seeing Aesop's value? No, we're not. Yeah. So dedicated processor is fine. If we get it, we can get it. You have to host it on the program itself. We're on test run, but we don't have rejigs. So do we even need the test runs? We need the rejigs so we're running the test runs. And rejig is not bad with some of the other cards we're running. I imagine we don't play the Clot, and then we can drop the Croter, and then we can play maybe Paperclip. That seems good. Now the question is getting out the mass driver is going to be a bit tricky, so we're going to have to really stim hack it out. This resources seems really bad, and we're playing Haley, so I think we want a bit more here. Compile, test run. Compile's better than test run? No, but compile's only for the run. Like, I wanted to test run into rejig. That's kind of the idea. Make a run the first time you encounter a piece of ice during the run, you may search your stack and heap for program and install it, ignoring all costs when the run ends. Yeah, so that's not good for that. So, what do? I feel like, is Haley even the right choice here? Haley might not be the right choice. I feel like this is fucked up. There's no way that the resources section is correct. We have Bath, we have casts. They're doing fan site. Fan site colony is so important with Haley. Not only is it easy stuff to get down, it's a lot better with pawn shop, but the idea is that we can like stim hack out our buffer drive from deck, or sorry, mass driver from deck, which is really strong. If you go Haley, you have Aesop's Econ. Yeah, so maybe we don't play Haley. Maybe we play a different different person. The issue though is as soon as we go to a different person, like we can't stim hack too heavily out of lat, right? Because then your hand size won't ever match the corpse. So what do? Jez? We don't even have Amakua for Jez. As soon as we stim hack, we can play Chaos Theory. Oh, Chaos Theory is a 40 card deck. Oh, that's interesting. Lattice is good for the link and draw. Yeah, but the thing is, like, Stim Hack and Lat is bad unless you play Super Corridor, which I think we're on Knob Curie, which is not amazing for us. I feel like we could maybe do Pawn Shop and not play Paperclip. Just we have so many other moving parts that it seems a bit ridiculous. Diesel modded. Stim hack, stim hack, stim hack. So this is just going to stim hack Versificator. Play SMC stim hack or modded, cheaply installed in Versificator. Yeah, they're doing what we want to do. So I think we can just do that. Oh, they're earning 3Ps. What about this? Is this a fine deck? Is this fine? 15 cards. Not a lot of Haley ability. If we dropped 5 cards, what would we drop? Imagine we drop a Net Ready Eyes. Oh man, this is 2 credits for 117. That's already not amazing. If we install this for 5, is it good? Oh, it might just be. We also could just install Inversificator and use Mass Driver as backup and play Inversificator as a restricted card. I'm down to try this. Let's just see what it draws like. I just want to see if we get Haley triggers. So turn 1, draw, gamble, double install. Okay, we lose out of Beth value, whatever. Draw, drive to masses. You must drive masses. It's Sunday. We're driving to mass. All right. Wow, Knob Curie for modded. That's good tempo. We have no MU issues, which is really good if we get a Knob Curie down. I'd really love to get an imp in here. Fear the Massive Shaper. People did play Fear the Massive Shaper, I think. So Diesel draw 3. Yeah, we're struggling to see any sort of Haley draws because it's mostly programmed. So I think we definitely don't play Haley. So who do we play? We can always play, I don't think we need the MU of Chaos Theory. Smoke is a 40 card deck, but we don't need to play 40 card deck. We can play 45 and just get 1 credit per turn per run. Like, you don't need to play Stealth for Smoke to be relevant. God, I feel really like we're really fucking up now. I think you're right about lat. It's just like stim hack with lat is so bad. It's so bad. If we go chaos, we go dino. If we go chaos, we need the dino less than ever. But I see what you mean. You're not gonna keep lat. Just leave rebirth out of lat. Oh yeah, we have rebirth. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, that seems totally respectable. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. That's actually really good. Okay, driving mass. Just in case. All right, we got it. All right, ethical freelancer, ethical. Oh my god, no, what? What did I do to Taki? That's ominous. This deck is called Take Me to Church. I get it, because lat is... What is the story with lat? Lat is some sort of part of some parish, right? I still don't know where the money in this deck is. Oh, I did not even consider that. Oh, we have no fucking money outside of Rizeki. How does Shaper make money? Don't we need misdirection? Oh, we have misdirection. It's good to have. Wait, how does Shaper make money? Like outside of pawn shop, like how does this make money? Proco. We probably need Procos in here. Yo, Rob, what up? Ubi, also, how's it going? Aesops. I think lat is meant to be ethical, also some kind of freelancer, I think. They don't. Very good. Rizeki, yeah, it's just slow though. Peace, Proco, Cyberdelia. That's why you run misdirection, so you don't in my... What? Holy heck, just explode some tempered glass in my kitchen. Oh shit, were you cooking? Or just on a table or something? You okay? That's why you run misdirection, so you don't instead die when you're bored. Yeah, we need, Waylon, we need misdirection just so we can clear tags easily. Okay. A little cat scratching away in the bottom corner. Yeah, I don't think Cyberdelia has money. I think Proco would help a fair bit. Even if we didn't play Proco, if we just played like Baby, we'd be better off. I'll find, but I'm stuck through with splinters. Oh shit, that doesn't sound fine. You alright? I want to lead up to that. Money from Cyberdelia is a consolation. Yeah, it is. Rebirth, Peace, Modded, Diesel, Mass, Nano, Paperclip, Palangi, Rizeki, Beth, Euler, Cordyceps. Let's just drop the Euler. Symmetrical. We'll drop a Simul chip. We'll drop a Simul chip and a Neready Eyes and a Symmetrical. We'll play 3 Procos. Okay, well, Shaper Economy. Let's go. I'm typing on Twitch, all is fine. I've had more kitchen accidents in lockdown than the rest of my life combined. I would have to assume, though, you're spending more time in your kitchen now than in a long time, too, right? For both it's in your home and because food is hard to get. But what happened, though? Did he, like, a lot of times tempered glass is sold and it's not actually tempered glass. And from my understanding, one of the strengths of tempered glass is that you can change temperature quickly, but most of the tempered glass isn't. Or maybe that's actually just a failure of tempered glass. But I know a lot of glass where if you change the heat from hot to cold or cold to hot, basically if it changes too quickly, it has a big chance of shattering, which is garbage, because then you have a lot of problems. I cook every day regardless. Hey, got to get that meat damage protection, Rob. Practice says this, click for credit. That's a click equals credit. This is just one of those freak things, fell 8 inches, I'd read the angle. Oh yeah, and then you hit like the resonant frequency and it explodes. Good stuff. So what action led to shrapnel? Just a fall? Yeah, most tempered glass isn't borosilicate glass anymore, including modern Pyrex. Thanks, Corey. Yeah, that's exactly what I've heard. I know a lot of the old Pyrex stuff isn't what classically was Pyrex. And that stuff was like near indestructible. Things got cheaper, I guess. I always thought tempering had more to do with the way that the glass breaks when it doesn't shatter. When it does shatter, excuse me. Yeah, a lot of times like it's not like a window, right? Like it goes into fine pieces and turns to something that's like closer to dust, like kind of more like gravel than it is like you'll hurt yourself on this. Modern Pyrex is worse than old Pyrex. Yeah. There's definitely a market of people buying and selling old Pyrex, like pouring stuff. Measuring cups. Stirring some hot oil into grated ginger and had it shatter as well. Oh, fuck. And I don't know what's worse. Like, obviously, it's one thing that you do or don't get hurt. That's important. It's another thing that you have to clean up the fucking mess. But then it's the third thing where you just ruined your dinner. I don't know which one is more upsetting. Pouring stuff is the technical term. Thank you, Corey. I have a Pyrex pouring thing. For most gens, a spectator. Okay. 22 games. Still a lot of private games. Is there a tournament tonight? Oh, we're playing against Null. Hell yeah. Depends how hungry you are. Like the old windows broke into giant sharp bits, but tempered glass breaks into smaller, duller bits. Okay, we're against Argus Security, so misdirection is cool in this matchup. And early piece is okay to give them money. We have SMC, Cast, and Surazeki, and Stimhack. This is keepable. Thanks, you too. We don't have any good way to deal with Data Raven. But if we ever have all three subroutines on a mouse list, not fire. This is also the starter deck that's definitely running Afshar. I think we zoom in one more. That's arguably too much. Is there any middle ground? I guess that's it. All right, so anytime we steal an agenda, and we could be running Film Critic. We probably should be. I wonder if it's better than Paperclip. I don't think we're gonna worry about our barrier breaker. So this is basically either Prisec or what's it called? And we want to end with 5 in hand. So I think we can do Peace, Cast, Rizeki, draw, so we don't get the free draw. Whatever. This is likely to be Rashida. Could also just be a false lead or something. But we need the money to be able to be safe. So if we can't really draw, we could do install, so we'll draw first. I played you early, just thought I'd let you know your videos brought me back after laying for 2 years. Oh, no way. Hey, good to hear. Yeah, it's really cool. It's very kind. Also hello, yeah. Hey, what's up? Very kind. It's to let me know. All right, I think we're just gonna install this and lose our card draw. We actually could just draw once and install one. That's fine. Rizeki casts payout in the same amount of time, but this one is more money faster. And so we'll draw a card. I like it's optional. And we're off to the races. It's a commercials banker group. I don't know what this matchup is. The fuck is this? So this card is pretty bad unless you can punish runs like Economic Warfare. Otherwise, the fact that they got money off of it's bad. Maybe they're running like Prisec and like even whatever that Psychic Field is, stuff like that. Null isn't playing Null. Why isn't Null a corp? Still given the choice between breaking glass and not breaking glass, please don't break the glass. Only do that if you have no other choice. You're trying to flatter you, so go easy on them, don't break. All right, they're jamming on the remote. This is exactly where Mass Driver is so good. We can't run, and I think we're definitely going to go trash that server one. If they score an Atlas here with no tokens on it, it's fine. I think worst case here is Rashida. And then we want to set up with 3 cards in hand. So we install SMC Rizeki. Glad to be back at the struggle of relaying the card pool server. No, of course. Hey, no worries. It's a good card pool though. It's another choice situation for sure. Cheers, Thanos. So here we can install Rizeki SMC. This SMC doesn't threaten too much. And if we do that, we still don't draw a card. So I don't think we will do that. I don't want to install like a R&D interface for no reason. So we can draw once and still double install. Yeah, I guess we can do gamble into Rizeki just to keep our money up. Because again, money's going to matter a lot if they're on hard-hitting news or C-Source, any sort of that stuff. We probably could have actually face checked the remote. I think the worst thing here is Surveyor, and we have Link. They're drawing up. That's good for us. So far, they've only played 1 econ card, so I'm not that excited to piece. If we didn't piece, they would have no money. This would not be a legitimate play. I guess the good thing is if they're on bankers, it's not the good Argus list. Yo. 3 cards on the top of the turn. Let's get a modded down. Diesel is fine. We're going to throw some stuff out. We have the misdirection in hand. If we get the Knob Curie down, we can get the Cordyceps going. The Iced HQ, I didn't pay enough attention. Installing this for 5 is pretty bad when we have 3 mod in the deck, but at least we'll get value from something else. We'll end with 3 cards in hand. Or 5 cards in hand. We'll end our turn here. We took one. This is a 1 Mass Driver deck, right? I can't believe that's actually a legitimate question. No, we have 2 Mass Drivers, so we can throw a 1 Mass Driver and then SMC Stimhack the other Mass Driver. Mass driver, mass driver, mass driver. Fine. Okay, we're good. Man, when the Shaper hard casts 5 creds for Knob Curie, you know something fuck is gonna happen. That's a hostile takeover. They have to respect Claude here. They're not respecting it. Recently tuned in Mass Driver. What? Yeah, that's correct. All right, I don't know what this is. I think we're gonna go run it. It looks like an NGO front. If we run and waste a click, it's fine. I don't know what else could be. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever, we ran anyways. So now they have more money than us. So getting money would be good. If we stim hack our archives, there's like a small chance. Small chance. I don't want to steal agendas, man. Argus's ability is mean. I think we actually want to put pressure on HQ here. Fuck, we'll stim hack to HQ and just hope we keep the misdirection. And will we pull out a mass driver? It's likely. I wonder if your opponent thinks mass driver is a good card now and it's scrambling to figure out why. We're still scrambling to figure out why. Hopefully they can tell us. Ah, it's a Masvingo. Alright, advanceable ice. So, continue and counter ice. Do we break it? No, of course not. We don't break it. We have to click that narrow band. We're going to get a mass driver out. Nice! Nice! It's going to end the run. We're just hoping not to lose the misdirection to brain damage. Alright, we lost... what did we lose? Peace. Fine. Oh, and now Lad is fucking useless. Oh, I hate you, StimHack. We have so much MU, but it's only for viruses. Oh, that's actually going to be a problem because we have 3 more SMCs. Oh, wait, we did not think out that part of the deck. Probably could charge a remote here. Now, the huge issue... Holy shit, this card is terrible. To break a mouseless... To break a mouseless... It's like 10 credits. Yeah, Nixie, it's fine. You need the rebirth now. Yeah. Don't we have some Cyberdelius? No, I don't like that card. So we basically are going to need to get cheap small stuff and then move it around with Knob Curie into, you know, Cordyceps. We were paying 2 ice for 10 credits, so it's fine. Yeah, if we ever get through an archer, we will just give them 2 credits. Never depend on mass driver, always have a real decoder. No, apathy. No, you're doing it wrong. We always depend on mass driver. If you put mass driver in your deck and you don't depend on it, do you really have a mass driver deck? No, you have a deck, you put mass driver in it. That's not right. Oh, we're so done. I didn't realize how expensive this card was. Put good breakers into your deck instead of mass driver. Okay. Alright. I see how you play Netrunner. Let me guess, you love paperclip. You see? We got him! We got him good! That's the value we want. Double ice your R&D. Hell yeah. And why are they not jamming? Alright, if we play this, we will make money. But we no longer have MU for Rizeki. Or for anything, really. I thought we'd be good with MU. We're not. Oh, we made a horrible mistake. An archer would still ETR. Don't worry. We put street magic in this deck. We'll be fine. Oh, we're fucked. Oh, we're so fucked. Don't worry. We'll draw a Proco. I don't know what they're doing. I think we should go for singles at some point. We're just installing cards. I don't know. Street magic really in this deck? No, it's not. How's it going, Coward? It's not. I didn't realize this was the first 3. Not many ice have 4 subs. Like, it's basically just Archer and Fairchild. That's all of them, I think. Can you take a pen and write virus on Rizeki and your opponent isn't looking? I want to write virus on SMC, I'll be honest. They installed a new card in server 2 and they're advancing it with their own money. Street magic doesn't solve a problem either. Oh, because it's not, it's off. Yeah, street magic is only when you encounter, right? Or it does? Why don't we put Devil Charm instead of Nopkiri? I forgot what Nopkiri. Nopkiri is because we're running Cordyceps and Palangi, which are both very important with Mass Driver. All right, so they did install advanced credit. This seems like a nice time to probably end up losing. At least Stream Magic has 1 Anarch Influence. It doesn't turn off your lad ability. Oh, god damn it. Endless Hela has 6? Okay. People don't play Little Engine anymore, do they? What's with that? Little Engine's probably really good right now, because there's no more David. Little Engine was only bad with David. Cordycep's a knob when you need to rearrange ice 3 or more. It's because they can't purge. It's really good. What are you talking about? We're gonna... This is 3 to install? Protecting that server? Oh my lord. Whatever. This is bad. Wait until we face a data ward after data raven. Oh, data ward's another one. We could have predicted the Mass Driver deck would have turned out like this. I know, right? Adjust the Matrix? Adjust the Matrix is click intensive. It uses the card though, doesn't it? Isn't there some hardware that adds a click to break yet? Could that make Mass Driver playable? I doubt it. This is what it feels like playing Apex. Oh, it's an Alice of the Token. If only we ran it. We don't have MU to threaten SMC and Declot, so they could always like Audacity out. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, we still can't get through this. What was I thinking? They can also now res Archer. Yo, this deck is so bad. It's so bad. It's fun. Experimentation is how you make breakthroughs. Yeah, I feel like we don't do enough of that. But like, you should have just read the numbers on this and been like, there's no way to make that good. 2 to break a code gate subroutine is way too much. Alright, they didn't res. So they're playing around Mass Driver. Very good. Just res a barrier. Oh, it's a mouseless. Fires. Joke's on you, my friend. And we're going to put that on your remote. Haha. Got him. Then we died a double snare. Code Gate Archer takes 13 credits to break. Oh, if we break it, we don't get hit by Sapper. Oh god, if our Mass Driver gets Sappered, I'm going to just quit. I'm going to turn off my computer. Alright, we're in. How does this work? I've never played this. I hope it's going to ask us. Nice. Nice. I want to play more Nopkiri and Shaper. Feels really good. Swap it? Yeah, okay. There, Kogate on the outside. Wait, what? Oh, protecting the server. Haha! Ho ho ho! Ha ho! Oh. Ugh. So we can remove 2 tags for 3 clicks and 2 credits, but we don't have MU for this. Fuck it. Kept the card that mattered. Damn, we're good. It's going to be a bit hard to get lad ability. But we're on the board. Still got it. Woo! Master Driver, Just the Matrix, Beth, Rachel Beckman. Rachel Beckman, Akshara firstly got eroded so that she doesn't give you a click on the turn you install her. And Rachel Beckman rotated. We had dedicated processor in the list and we cut it. No, I think we still have one dedicated processor actually, Corey. So we need to break an Enigma in front of it for 5 credits and then Mouseless doesn't fire. Jokes on them. Admittedly though, like you see how good Cordyceps is. Oh, Econ Warfare? Come on. Come on. Your hate makes you powerful. Just come on. Bring it all in. Spend all your money. Spend the 5 credits. Admittedly, like Cordyceps and Versificator, sorry, Nopkiri does seem really good. Mass Driver looks like a pile of shit, but this is quite acceptable. Oh, we have a link. I have a link. Do you want to spend 1 more? Or wait, oh, they didn't spend any. Oh, wait. All right. Yeah, it seems acceptable. We make 4 anyways. Why not spend 3 here? That was really weird. We can still gamble out of this. I don't know what happened. Friends of Freedom, all the best cards. The fact that the deck is illegal because of rotation won't even be the worst thing about it. Okay. This seems fine. That's good. I'll draw once and then put down Beth. Oh, we can mod it out one of these. The problem is against multi-act. Oh my god, we got Lat to fire. Multi-access against Argus can be bad if we don't go tag me, but if we do take a lot of tags in a turn, we can always just like misdirection them. The problem is MU. It's like we just can't afford it. The price of freedom did not rotate. There's no way. How did the Met ever survive? I don't agree with not boosting, but I dig the energy. Wait, what? Not boosting? Yeah, I don't agree with dig boosting, but you're right. The energy at least is admirable. Oh my god, they set it up for us. We can do it. We have dedicated processor. How expensive is it now? Still very. We now break this for... $8? We break it for 8, my friends. 2 per sub. Doesn't get better than that. Is there any way to make 2 per sub better, actually? Oh, I hate this. Did All-Nighter, I think, used to be fun in Pirate Haley. Yeah, All-Nighter did rotate. Real question is, any icebreaker that broke for 2 per sub that was a good breaker? There were some reasons why you'd consider playing Persephone. I think Persephone actually is... Okay, look, we shouldn't play Persephone. We could play Persephone. There's another play here where like we run R&D and then put an unresed ice here. Like there's some really cool plays you can do with Cordyceps. There's some really strong stuff. Oh, Knight. Yeah, Knight. Thanks, Jessica. Knight. Haha, Knight. Oh man, but like we could run R&D. Admittedly, if we get tags, anything else is bad. And then we can run this. I imagine they're gonna pull like another economic warfare to kill us. I'm going. I know this is bad, but we are going to do this just to prove a point. Persephone doesn't work because the subs need to resolve. Yeah, Persephone doesn't work with this, but like what I'm trying to say is Mouseless is one of the best ice for Persephone deck. Anything with a lot of subroutines that you don't care. Like Persephone is really strong against Slot Machine. Is it actually gonna... Oh, nice. It knows. Maven has been okay at times. Is Maven rotated? Yeah, Maven wasn't bad. All those like Greek-esque ones were also okay. I'm sad the chess archetype never take off. Yeah, it really just needed a better console. It really did. I hope somebody re-examines that. Don't mind if I do. False lead. Haha. They are trying to kill us. Take 2 meat. Still good. Oh, we lost our simulchip. I thought we had one on the table. Okay. So I think we're just going to click for credits. But we're on 2 points, so feels pretty good. So they're definitely just going to score one of those and then hard hitting it to boom us. If there was ever a surprise. Meta breaker over here, poggers. There's actually a reason to not click for credits and go down to 3 credits just so economic warfare doesn't hit. Because economic warfare does say if able. So if you're at 3 credits, it does nothing. Any ability that says if able, you have to be able to. Otherwise, you lose as much as you can if it doesn't say if able. So maybe clicking for credits there isn't correct. Justin Master Driver Matrix doesn't work. I don't. It's a lot of 2 points. It's a hostile takeover. Great. We have bad publicity, which is like making this 1 per subroutine. Just saying. Do we install Proco? With 5 clicks a turn, I think we do. I'm going to remember to click on Proco. Okay. Fantastic. We don't have MU for any of this stuff. Oh, that's really good, though. I think we'll definitely throw out the paperclip. Back on track, my friends. This remote is garbage now. We break 2 ice for like 7 credits. We make 2 a turn. That's like 5 credits. With 1 program. And we have cordyceps. The Argus ability is really good. Oh, you see what they did here? You see what they did there? They thought they were clever, and they were. That actually is really smart. But now we're going to run R&D when we can't afford to. Another stim hack. I think we'll use that for the remote or something. If we run R&D, what could be bad here? Archer. Archer, we would lose the game. If there's an Archer, we would lose the game. So I feel like... I can't believe we don't have MU. I don't want to lose to Archer. Master Driver really shines that if you ever get it to fire once, you feel amazing for the rest of the game. I feel like we did it. Is Rebirth in the deck? Yeah, it is. We need a Rebirth into Kim. But, like, meat damage matters in this matchup. Like, we only have so many points. I was meant to hit the other... I obviously was meant to Proco there. All right, so at least we can rebuild our Master Driver. We'll Proco once more. And I'd rather have another Proco because the Proco could be trashed. It's really hard to trash a console. I think the worse the deck turns out, the more sarcastic Under gets. Is a correlation. Okay. It's not the worst. If we got our Mass Driver on a Dinosaurus, we'd be good. And I don't know if this Cordyceps thing, Knob Curie, is worth it. I feel like if we played an Imp, it would be worth it. Because then we would run Centrals here. But the biggest issue right now is we don't have MU. Yeah, the Argus is slow rolling it, which is probably fine for us. Once we get Rebirth on the remote, is the easiest thing to break. Yeah, once we get Rebirth, this remote, it will become a lot easier. And speak of the remote, I think we just have to run it. Again, the issue is that we've used 4 of our 4 MU. What does Simulchip get us? Simulchip will trash our Rezekis and we can get down a Nanotech or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. We can run this remote. We could even stim hack it, but I'm expecting at least 1 border control. It'd be much more screwed if they weren't slow rolling it. Yeah. If they're going faster, we'd be in a worse spot. It's a Data Raven. Okay. So the good cards. Yo, this card isn't restricted, is it? I don't think it is. Okay, so Data Raven is a Sentry, but we have Link, so we'll take a tag and trace. So far, good for us. Late to the party, hey fan. Shaper, yes. Yo, Giles, how's it going? Uh-oh. We'll take a tag. Could have been playing Jesminder. Oh my god, if we played Jesminder into Argus. So good. Did data folding rotate? We can't play data folding. Oh, I guess we could play data folding. No, it didn't rotate. So this is only 1 credit because the Link and Bad Pub and everything. I guess we'd use a Bad Pub anyways. There's the border control. So we now need to install Fractor. And this is where now you like run R&D and put the Data Raven or border control. Like we put the Data Raven on HQ. We just need to get through this. Like we have some really strong plays here. Like Cordyceps is fucking sick. Wait, why is it letting us do this? It shouldn't, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it shouldn't let us do that. We can't break it. It's too expensive. It's way too expensive. Fuck it. We lost our Plonk economy. Checking what you can't use your M for isn't implemented. Okay, that makes sense. We're getting a credit here, which is unfortunate. We're gonna end up taking 3 tags, so I think we're just gonna slam misdirection, eat our Rezek, and go. We lost a stim hack. That's fine. Alright, no price hack. And basically, once we get through this, yeah, we just break Mass Fingo for like pennies and replace it with either Border Control or Data Raven, and then we run the remote some more. Like, there's some real good value with Knob Curie Cordyceps. I think that is super underrated, what you can do with people. If they, like, you know when they rush and they get ice on the remote server and not on Centrals, which maybe doesn't have that much, like, you just say, okay, swap. Like, you can do so much with Cordyceps. Yo, good night, Jessica. Thanks for dropping by. Sleep well. considering the border control here. They are border controlling. So what could we do here? We could run Masvingo. And we could swap. Oh, it's so hard to get this on the outside. It's so hard to get this on the outside. It really is. I'm assuming this is a false lead. It has to be a false lead. Don't forget the tags. No, I won't. Yo, Anthony, what's up? Daniel, also, how's it going? Yeah, we won't. We can always just panic out of misdirection. I want to force them to res here, so at least when they score, they'll be poor. They can always like pull a hostile from their deck if they're really low, or maybe a too big to fail if they have it. Looks like we're in. We could get more tags here. We'll do Knob Kari, place a virus counter. Select an install card for Knob Kari. Okay. Use Cordyceps to swap ice. Yeah, I guess we might as well. So this is a big question. Oh man, this is so fun. Trash NGO front, yeah, it's free. It's a Masvingo, that's fine. All right, so we can clear 2 tags. We can install this and pay. No, we can't, so we'll just do it by hand. Whew. So the idea is Cordyceps to put something easy to break on the outside, Plongi into Kogate, Mass Driver through to get it. Yo, Austin, what's up? That's the idea. But unfortunately, there's nothing that Mass Driver breaks cheaply outside of Thimble Rig, which already is really good against Mass Driver. Yeah, we need a Plongi in here. Just oh, sorry, I saw that before. I missed that before. Do you have Plongi? Just showed up. Yeah, we do. So ideally, next turn we go through Masvingo for like what 1 credit with Bad Pub, and then we flip with the Raven, and then the remote is on res. But like you see the aggression you get with Cordyceps, like it's so strong. It's like not only do they need good res dice in order, like ignore Mass Driver, but they need it in the right place at the right time. I think this card is super underlooked, especially with cards like Border Control, cards like Data Raven, cards like Afshar, cards like Surveyor. Like there's a lot of really good value. Kit makes sense for sure. Yeah, we have a rebirth into Kit. We were going to start with Kit, but then we used all our influence. So we have a rebirth in the bottom 9 cards. We are unlucky to not find it as of yet. Mass Driver breaks Troll. Maybe? Does that count as breaking? Yeah, it counts as breaking all subs. No, but you have to use Mass Driver. So no, I don't think that counts. You've broken all subs, but I don't think you use Mass Driver to break all subs. All right, so they could like economic warfare into hard-hitting news if they wanted to leave the supposed agenda on the table, which if they used a border control, looks like it might be. Our economy is paffed because we lost to Rizeki, but we're gonna need we need more MU in this deck for sure, because we're relying on Rizekis and. Test. Hey. Did they disconnect at some point? Oh, we did. It means you broke 0 of those with Mass Driver? I might be wrong. I feel like we disconnected. Is anybody else playing on JNet right now? Is it good? More MU Wonder Kid? Yeah, we were looking at Wonder Kid and we said we don't need the MU. Because we were running, what's it called? But we were wrong. And then if we're playing that, maybe... this is not good. And the game is gone. That is such a bummer. Oh, that sucks. I didn't feel like we were in the worst place there. That was actually a very interesting match. Time to load up Octagon. Do people still play Netrunner on Octagon? Just rejoin. It's there. I don't see it. Oh, because our name wouldn't be there. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was looking for my icon. That was stupid. Thank you. Lol, there it is. It doesn't look good, though. Miko, what's up? It's there. Okay. Start game? Weird. Hey, test. Definitely hung. All right, so they're on game point with an Atlas, and they have the ability to do Atlas into Audacity, but they're down at 4 credits. Unfortunately, we have a Mouseless here. So if we can get through the Mouseless, we basically exchange the Mouseless with this card here, and then we just go all in. Probably my best. I think it's going well for you. The other option is we do Mouse Fingo and flip Mouse Fingo with Mouseless, and then we get through Mouse Fingo for 1 credit a run, which seems a bit better. So I think we're going to do that. We don't have Dirty Laundry, so there's not much that we can get into our deck with Proco. So I think we're just going to go HQ here. Control F null. Yeah, I totally forgot. I was looking for the Meshfall grid. I was like, I don't see my Firefox. For a second, I thought you oversaw it on purpose not to get back into that bad game. No. We're going to win this one. Maybe. Unless they Audacity out, and then we lose it. So this is one with bad pub, and then we move it around. Like, there's a good reason also Paperclip Cordyceps, like, obviously Mass Driver is not amazing, but like, if you just use efficient breakers and Cordyceps and like Palangi, you're in a good spot. Man, aggressive. Man, maybe you play a Kiko. I don't know. Aggressive. And the Imp too would have been really sweet. Like, we don't need all these Cordyceps counters. Infinite Imp though. It's another Mass Fingo. That's the one card we saw. We'll run R&D here. This is once per turn, right? Oh, yeah. I was at the end, it says you might only use this one at a turn. I was almost kind of absolutely pop off. And 2 points. Just grab a government takeover and you win. You're right. We're only on 2 points. But they probably have food in their deck. That's 4 points. Maybe Netchep Hushik is better than RDI and no MU. The idea with the RDI is that we're able to run R&D efficiently and consistently because we can move things out of the way with Cordyceps. So that's kind of the idea. Wait, why can it let us use this again? Is this not implemented properly? No, apparently it's not. That's an archer. Into another archer. If only that wasn't our one weakness. So we can still lose here. We know they're not going to draw into an Audacity or an Atlas, so they basically have to have it in hand. That's unfortunate. We can mod it out. R&D interface looks bad to do it now, but we can't end with 5 cards in hand, so we might as well. We also could just like Proco again, which I think is fine. We just need cards and credits. Another Cordyceps is not equally useless because then we can install 2 and then get like 2 fires off of turn to make this remote totally unresed, which is kind of neat. So we'll get rid of the Proco and we'll get rid of the Rizeki. Seems a bit not good. Check archives. I think we don't want to check archives until we have a threatening to win, because if we take tags and then we have to clear them or die, like it's obviously not good. Whenever is a very dangerous word. Yeah. It's only once per turn. It starts with whenever, but it ends with once per turn. Do we ever make a deck where Archer isn't our one weakness? Yeah, you play fairies and like Security Nexus, and I think Archer's really good. But man, look at this. They're on 4 credits. Obviously, they could have dashed the out, but if we run R&D, we can move so their fucking R&D has no res dice on it. Like, how cool is that? Or we can put the Mass Fingo on server 2, and then server 2 has nothing good on it. I'm telling you, Cordyceps is cool. Uh-oh. Test? Oh, we're good. Action? Nope. Oh, interesting. Wait, we took Claw out of this deck, right? Don't tell them. In theory, they should have to ask action before the second advancement. No. But for what it's worth, you need to ask before the second, because you can just score on the second. Okay. All right. So now they can res some ice. Oh, that's all good. We did take Claude out because we thought we wouldn't need it. Okay, so now it's fine because now they don't have any more 1-pointers. The fact that this gave us 2 bad pub is something hopefully we can capitalize on. We know there's 1 archer on top, so we could run here and see what they do, and then basically based off of whether they res or not. We also could draw into a Palangi and then basically get through the Masfingo for what I imagine to be 4 credits, and then get through everything, which would be nice. We have a 2 and 7 on Palangi, so we might as well Proco here. Oh, damn, we're so good at this game. We haven't seen a boom or any meat damage, So continue to counter ice. So we can either break this for free, which sounds really nice. Yeah, let's just break this for free and then fucking Palangi paperclip it. I can't believe everything we're trying to do to make Mass Driver good. And at the end of the day, it's like, oh, we got Palangi paperclip. I think it's better. So this is free. And we can move, we switch once we make a successful run. So we get to see everything. No further action. Okay. So this is really fascinating. We don't want to put Data Raven on R&D. But now we get through this for like cheap. Archer, mouseless. Okay. We can run HQ here. We'd have to take the meat damage. We're weak to snare, and snare actually would be lethal. They could pull out a high-profile target. I think we're in such a bad spot we have to take the risk. We haven't used our Palangi, so we might as well do it. We've kept this through a fair bit of damage. We might lose it right here, but at least we can pull it back. Cordyceps to swap ice. No thanks. Oh, there you go. That's good. Take 2 meat. And we are now not exactly on game point. But we could be. We know now they drew 2 archers. That's half their hand, or 40% of their hand. There's a mouse on top. And I don't know if they have any traps that if they advance something in the remote, we can't run it. But like we can always just run R&D. They just purged. That's fantastic. Because now we're just going to run archives and hopefully find winning agendas. False lead. Okay, we're on game point. Take a tag. We didn't lose last turn. We know they're going to draw a mouseless, so we're in no rush here. We'll Proco to get our rebirth. We'll move the tag before I forget. I think we'll just D's Proco here. I've got it. So now we rebirth into Kit. Unfortunately, our decoder is terrible, but at least it's interesting. Is there a better rebirth ability here? Like, do we just rebirth into to smoke? What's a better rebirth here? Do we just rebirth for 1 MU to Chaos Theory? Rebirth and Kiko Nize. Yo, Antoine, what's up? Yeah, we probably do rebirth into Kiko. That's interesting. Kiko's okay, yeah. Rebirth Omar seems good, it always is. Essentially, what's up? Jasminder work? Oh, fuck yeah, rebirth into Jasminder. That's the best one by like a mile. Data Raven does nothing. Their ability does once per turn nothing. That's so good. Yeah. Definitely 100% better. We were talking about that earlier. We still have 8 hit points left. We are on game point. They only have probably maybe 1 more false lead. And again, they have to find their last Atlas. Ooh, card on R&D. I'm imagining that's Prysac, which is fine if we rebirth. We could still die to double snare, but it'd be pretty unlikely. And that's a good play. I like that. Ooh, the hot tech. Don't forget you lose your link though? Yeah, I think that's acceptable. Like, we don't have to worry about Raven anyways. Or I guess we do, but not exactly. Break this for free. Oh, we also could die to snare into Prysac. We probably should have drawn once before. If this is a Prysac and we hit a snare, we die. Can we get a counter for Master Everfires? 1. But it was sweet. And it made them do awkward shit. Could also just be a Crisium. Alright, we'll do Nabkri. I don't think so. Deck, hopefully we win. Econ Warfare, good to know. Card from deck. Wall to wall. That's a bad draw for them. It's an MVT. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. So they're drawing an Econ Warfare, so all we need is money right now. I don't want to install the casts. That seems a bit bad. But they're going to try an Econ Warfare into us, upset us. So I think we're just going to get as much money. What about Yusuf, since you're running a mini virus setup? Kaisen, what's up? I think Yusuf would probably just be worse than Paperclip. The problem also is like you want to give them value to purge, but not too much value to purge. If they purge and it destroys, I guess this is the thing with freedom anyways, but it destroys Cordyceps and Pelongi and everything else. It's a bit rough. I don't know. It's also 2 MU, but it is a virus, so maybe that won't be an issue. Once per run, nothing. All right, so they just doing the Econ Warfare. They have a wall-to-wall Archer Mouseless in their hand. Nothing is really looking like a way to win the game. So it looks like they're going to do Econ Warfare into Hard-Hitting News. And we have 10 credits, no link. And if they're doing this, they're not raising ice on R&D, which is good, because we can see one more card. We can even see 2 more cards if we trash the wall-to-wall. There's the Econ, we're at 6. We're going to make probably 2 off of Rizeki and friends, but 6 is still a lot for this trace. Like, it's putting them far away from winning the game. Here we go. They're down to 7. So the most they can make this is trace 11, which is overkill. They just need to put 3 into it. Well, gutting Mass Driver will make a room for a lot of things. Yes, it will. If we win this game, I confirm that Mass Driver is a neat card and it's entitled to being competitive decks. Thank you. I think Mass Driver needed that. Yo, Julius, what's up? How's it going? All right, so we're gonna start with 6. They played underneath Beth perfectly. So we have 7. So unfortunately, if we install something, we have to basically trash something to get misdirection down. So the question is between Rizeki and Paperclip. Now, if we reinstall Paperclip, it costs us 4 credits. Rizeki's probably not going to give us 4 credits worth of value. I don't think we have 4 more turns in this. So I think it's going to be the Rizeki that goes. We also could just try and win the game. I think the knob is overkill, given the amount of recursion Shaper has. They should just need to purge like 4 or 5 times without the knob. Yes and no. I think the knob helps with the card draw. It helps with using your simul chips. I think knob Courier, we could be getting more value if we ran things like Imp. The MU is huge, as Austin pointed out. I use net chips, but that's clunky too. Yeah, net chips is clunky, and I think you'd want to play Haley if you're playing net chips, just because there's a lot of installs. All right, they're jamming into server 2. If they don't advance the card, it basically has to be. Oh, is that an MVT? If it's an MVT, we don't care. We're gonna get 4 credits. I don't like Hushik though. Like, I like the idea that we can run every turn. Okay, what do we do here? So we haven't seen any Rashidas. Could be a Commercial Bankers Group. If we run here, we're not going to have enough money for MVT, so it's totally fine, I think. And then we can move the Data Raven off the remote, and then we can run the remote, and then next turn we can fix it. I feel like that's good. I kind of like that. We have 2 bad pub too, which is nice. RD time, yeah, I think we do it. You want to have, would you have to trash both, right? Because you only have 4 non-virus MU? Sorry? No, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're good. Probably wall-to-wall and remote. I think you're right. It's very likely to be wall-to-wall and remote. If they res, we don't have to run it. Yeah, you're... Wait, no, they didn't draw. Wait, did they just draw the wall-to-wall? Yeah, I think you're right. We don't have to make a call on this. I doubt CBG that ICE server. It's not the worst thing to put a Commercial Bankers Group in an ICE server if it causes us to run. It's like putting in a daily quest and not resing it. Like, sometimes it's the right play. They might consider an Archer here. Oh, fuck. We're fucked if they res an Archer here. We don't have enough money with Pelongi. Oh, thanks. Good. Cody, what up? Yo, look at this beautiful board state. Love what's going on here. Yeah, this card's really good. I don't know how no one's noticed it. All right, we'll do Knob Curie. We'll put it on Pelongi, I guess. Okay, the big question is whether we bring the Data Raven off. I feel like we shouldn't. I think that's a wall-to-wall. We'll guess that's a wall-to-wall. All right. We guessed it was a wall-to-wall. We were wrong. Well, not yet, I guess. Okay. So that's 2 Hard-Hitting News out, 2 Econ Warfare's out. If it's a wall-to-wall, they just put counters on the Mesfingo. That's annoying, actually. We probably should have swapped them just so we could run and trash the wall-to-wall. Because wall-to-wall draws them another card, which is actually fine for us, right? What did we say on top of their deck? I totally forgot. Does anybody remember what we saw? I think it was a Mumbed Virtual Tour into Hedge Fund. So they'll be able... No, they won't be able to play it. Well, they will. I'll decide at some point. Okay, they still have access to an Alice token, so we could lose here. I don't think we have any value for the mod unless we want to mod it out of cordyceps, which doesn't make a lot of sense. What's our last card in our deck? It's not an R&D interface, so I'm not interested in it, unless it's a gamble, which it's not. Huh. You can mass driver the remote for 3 credits. No, it's way more than 3 credits. It's 4 credits. Why not just run the remote? Because it's expensive. It costs us 3. That's expensive now. We don't have a link, right? So we can't... Oh, I guess we could break this. It's cost us 3 no matter what. Because the trace matters. 2 bad pubs. Oh, wait, you're right. We could just run it. We have bad pub. Yeah, this is fine. Thank you. No, they haven't played Audacity. Yeah, you have 2 bad pub. Thank you. I totally forgot about that. So we'll take the tag, which means we don't take the tag. We can let all subs fire here, so we only spend 1 credit. Otherwise, we could like Pelongi paperclip it. But I imagine here we're only going to spend 1 credit to access a wall-to-wall. If it's a wall-to-wall, I don't know if we trash it. We might have to. What? I thought misdirection was 2 MU? Oh no, misdirection is just 1. Pelongi mass driver? It's expensive though. And like, I'm not scared of a 4 credit res, unless it's exactly Archer. Guys, if we ran this and we died to Archer, we're gonna feel so stupid for not mass driving. Oh, thank God. Yeah, this is a wall-to-wall. It has to be. Yeah, okay. Do we trash this and go down to 1? No, I don't think we do. And do we proco or click for credit? I think we proco just because hit points matter a bit. Just because of snares and stuff. It's a wall-to-wall, so now they're going to get a credit draw card. So they're going to draw in hedge fund and the other card. Lost connection to server. That's not good. Do we still have internet? I think so. Yeah, reconnected. They're going to draw hedge fund into another commercial bankers group. No, sorry. Yeah, we still have internet. What's it called? Mumbed Virtual Tour? Which doesn't matter if we don't have 5 credits. So they gain a credit, so they can play their hedge fund. So now they can probably run the ice on our R&D, so we have to make sure we have Archer money. There's hedge fund. And the cool thing is that now we run R&D, we see 2 no cards. Feels good. Maybe they should put a 3rd ice on R&D. They also made the Masfingo 1 credit harder to get through, which is a reason to trash the wall-to-wall. I also, chat, you think they have agendas in hand? There's a lot of agendas being scored, and we've been seeing the top of the deck. I still think 2 on R&D is better than anything else. And at some point, if they really go all in on us on like hard hitting these, like we can just fire like Mouseless as many times as we want, as long as we don't die to snare. Like a lot of things don't matter anymore if we go tag me. Like we have 1 turn to win or lose. I think a win is R&D. I think it's a safer bet. I'm just surprised. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. So 6 credits is an issue. You have to watch out if it does not freeze. It does whenever I lose connection. It seems okay. So Beth gave us a credit. Our economy is entirely dried up. Otherwise, like right now at this point in the game, we should have another 6 to 8 credits because of Rozekis, but MU. I think we just proco. I think we just credit. I think we need to run R&D for sure. Top of R&D is an Archer, right? That was a while ago, Anthony. Right now it was a hedge fund into another one of these grids. Another guy that just hosed by Anansi. Yeah, it is. So if we can make this, so this is going to be 3 credits. This is going to be 4 credits. So that's 7. We have 8 with bad pub. Then they could also res this, but they probably can't. So I think we do credit, run. If before we access this, we can always boost one of our breakers just to make sure that we don't have it at 5 credits if we ever get to that point. Like if we know what this is, so we could always just boost before we access. We'll run here. Gives us a turn to clear tag if we don't win. Run archive, swap Masfingo for R&D. Oh, fuck. Yeah, eventually. Wait till they res the Mouseless and I'll do it. Yeah, we can always run archives. That's so strong. We put this ice onto HQ. There's so many things we can do. We should definitely run archives, put this on HQ, hammer HQ. But we know HQ is Archer, Mouseless. They have 2 Archers and Mouseless in here. So this is probably Mouseless for the Archer. Same goes for getting Data Rave off the remote. Yeah, that we definitely know that we can do that. All right, they're not resing the Archer. So this we break now for 1 credit outside of bad pub. Still 2? Oh yeah, still 2. Nice. Unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna lose a fair few credits. If they don't res this, like we're gonna, so if we access here, we'll go down to 3 credits. We can always boost and lose 4 credits with Master Driver instead by boosting it. I think we'll just lose the credits. Hopefully we run off the deck first. So we'll do Knob Curry on whatever, it doesn't really matter. Swap Cordyceps. We know most of their hand, right? Like we know 2 cards in their hand, so I don't want to run the hand that much. No thanks. NGO front. Atlas. Oh, Master Driver undefeated. Oh, this deck is bad, but our new time, boys. Thanks for the game. We'll take the tag. There's so many plays that we're not making, like run archives, put an unresed ice on HQ. Like we fucked up the remote really bad. Half of that was installing Master Driver, so they threw out what was on the ice before. It was a Whoredom, and they're like, "Fuck it, I'm not resing Whoredom," which makes sense. Chaos card, nice, GG. How's it going, Chaos card? Cordyceps, 6th man of the year. Res all. Ooh, thanks. Ooh. So we called the Archer right. There's a border control they never res, which makes a lot of sense because they res that they have no money. The double Data Raven is cute. This is only the first tag, right? Yeah, so that actually has some merit to it. But we could have pulled this apart, right? Like we could have put. Oh, we might have actually taken this off the remote earlier. Remote was horrible. Interesting. Second Raven is good. There's some cool plays where we pull, where I guess that sounds less weird when you're talking to someone, where I pull the Raven off of the remote, but the accesses on centrals were so cheap. Didn't want to make them more, like we could just run archives, put the Data Raven on archives and be like, okay, fuck it, the remote's better. So tired of this Master Driver meta. It's funny. You have to share this deck list with us. Yeah, sure. You shouldn't play it, really. Any other code gate breaker? No, Pelongi. Let's make a good deck with Cordyceps, Knob, and Pelongi. Yeah, I think there's something there. Money was real bad. They drew like what? A hedge fund and an IPO? Oh, 2 hedge funds and IPO. And they did a high profile target. They're not even on boom. So even if we cleared like 2 tags, we might have been fine. Hey, thanks for the game. Seems like a very complicated kit in Versificator though. I'd argue that this is better than Versificator because you can still play a restricted card, and Versificator is like, it's not amazing good. I think Cordyceps is so much more flexible than Versificator, like that you can move almost anything. It doesn't have to be a code gate. Sure, with kit, I guess that gets a bit more interesting, but the rebirth was really good. Okay, it's 11:13. I guess we have time to fix this. Literally random code gate breaker. Okay, any other code gate? Okay, cool. This is the deck list, by the way, for those, or I guess we'll put it up here. That's not it, but we have it somewhere. Okay, so you know what's good? We can be very aggressive with some of our good stuff that we have. Knob, Curie, all that sort of stuff. So we're gonna just duplicate this because it's probably important we keep that. GG. Okay, now that the game is over. Oh, yo, what up, Andrew? I want to ask one more time. If you know about the species of Cordyceps fungus that turns ants into zombies, it's so cool they control ants' brains. I've seen a couple of those, yeah. I don't know if it's actually the Cordyceps one, but I remember seeing videos back when I was much younger, like most of the videos I watched were in the past, that show like ants or wasps or something, and the fungus gets in their head and grows out really gross, and then some of them like force the ant towards water to like end it, which is crazy. But I've seen some pretty scary footage of that sort of stuff. Cordyceps are edible? And Friskator is an amazing good word. Master Driver is amazing bad. Yeah, I don't think we play Master Driver. We got lost. I gotta always rename the YouTube videos after we start them, just because we always do something totally different than what we named it. Okay, things that are bad. 3 Signal with Chip might be overkill. Net Ready Eyes, that was in the deck. That was our last card. Dedicated Processor, we obviously don't need that. We don't need Master Driver. So right now we're on Paperclip, which is really good. When we have, we did have an Oiler in the deck. Oh, I was wrong. I think it's Hairworm that forces its host to water, not Cordyceps. Oh, okay. I think I saw the explanation when reading about Last of Us backstory. Oh, that makes a lot of sense with The Last of Us. It also reminds me of I think that sort of stuff kind of showed up in Limbo. Won't Investigator be the same as Cordyceps? Kaisen, I don't think so. Because Investigator is a couple things. Firstly, it's restricted, which matters a lot. But Investigator is not the best program in terms of breaking stuff. But the thing with Investigator, it has to be a code gate that you can swap with another piece of ice. And I think a big part that we have of the strength of Cordyceps is that we can move unresed ice, let alone anything else. The fact that we have Paperclip as a restricted means that there's always ice that we can get through relatively cheaply. Paperclip's one of the best breakers in the game. But the idea is that now we can take anything. Like we run archives, they don't res, we put an unresed ice on the remote. Like things like that are really powerful. Where if they don't res code gates, and sure, you could play Kit. I think it's a bit different. I think this card is definitely pretty strong. Imagining Gag from Star Trek. I don't know enough Star Trek. Takobi helps Euler on subsequent turns. Takobi's mad good. Yeah, Takobi's good. I just don't know what to play as a decoder in this deck. Like, do we just play Gordian? Like, Euler is trash. Unless it gets support. Like, unless you, like, simulchip this aggressively. Like, what's aggressive? If you ask me what's aggressive, I think if we play an aggressive list, do you know what this deck needs? Right? Like, we could have, in that game, if we played things right, like, you move an ice to somewhere they can or don't want to res it, and then you cube on through it for extra value. Like, that seems good. Obviously, this is so MU intensive. We're in the same spot. I've been loving Takobi for a while now. It's super underrated. Yeah, Takobi seemed really good. Takobi when it came out. Oh no, Proco. Cody, what's up? What was wrong? Proco was really good. Wait, this is not the latest deck list. We added Proco to this list. Okay, this was wrong. This is not the list we played on JNet. The one that we played on JNet dropped the Net Ready Eyes. That's why we didn't draw it. It dropped the Oiler, so we didn't have a decoder. And then we played 3 Proco. I imagine we dropped another card too. So we did have Proco. Our MU was already tight, it was, but that was largely because we played Mass Driver, and also I imagine that these won't last for very long, but I agree that we're going to run into MU issues. It sounds combo-rific. I think the Cubon is just a fine card. It doesn't have to be combo-y. We'll cut it. Don't worry. We'll cut it. All right, we need more MU for sure. So we need to find out the code gate problem. We need to find out our economy. So professional contacts, we'll add that for sure. That's good. R&D interface. That's fine. We have 3 modded. We have Peace, we have Rebirth, we have modded, we have Diesel. Yeah, Gordian Blade is probably fine. Like, also the cool thing about Gordian Blade is that we can build servers for Gordian Blade to be good. Like, as much as possible, I imagine we just put all our code gates on the remote server and call it a day. We also get value from Nanotech for the same reason. It doesn't sound amazing. I think we cut Diesel? Really? I guess with Lat maybe, but Lat's ability is really dubious in a deck with 3 stim hacks. And we can probably go to no stim hacks or fewer stim hacks on the basis that we don't need to get down a Mass Driver, which costs 8. I wish Daredevil was better costed. Daredevil's not horribly costed for its effect, right? Like, people play in Earthrise Hotel. The problem is, like, this is a setup piece for after you're set up, right? Like, you need to be able to run. Agree, Timmy. I'm wondering if Rizeki heads off the MWL. What did Timmy say? I want Cubon to be good, but I feel like Rizeki's just better. Yeah, but Por qué no se dos? Or Proco can have both. Yeah, Diesel and Proco in the same deck is awkward. Okay, I'll rather play Proco. Feels like man, if we could consistently get mining accidents off, we'd be in a really good spot because of we want to be able to run cheaply, and this is the cheapest way to run. This feels a bit weird. Okay, so we'll cut the Cubon. It's just like, how do you play an aggressive shaper? We have 3 influence and like a fair few 7 slots. Like, what's aggressive? I guess Dirty Laundry is aggressive. That seems good. Feel good about that. What else is aggressive? If Rizeki ends up on the most wanted list, I think people still play it, but I don't know if you can put it on most wanted list. Like, I don't know. This card could have cost 3 or 4. It'd probably still be playable. Uh-oh. Connecting to chat. Do we still have internet connection? The Twitch chat disconnected. No, it seems we're good. My Twitch chat disconnected from itself. Hey, Twitch, you still there? It just says connecting to chat. Is Twitch down? I don't know what's happening. We seem to still be streaming, so I'm just gonna hope everything's okay. Okay. Aggressive. I think Cubon when I think aggressive. We'll try 2 of them, but I think MU is an issue. What's aggressive MU? And I think we're going to end up like, that seems like, you know, a bit of a... Oh, fuck. Now the internet's going down. Oh, piss.
What's up?
We lost internet.